AI can't unclog your toilet, but we sure can. We got you. Colin the plumber.
The shower head is rusty.
It's rustic.
Stop defending your old bathroom. Upgrade with Wonder Showers and Baths. Don't pay too much. Call today.
The under $300 payment lives at Bob Johnson Nissan.
You're watching CW Rochester. You're watching CW Rochester.
It's the law offices of Willie Mattar's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Bob Johnson Automotive Group, as we welcome you tonight to the 12 Corners in Brighton. The Section 5 football season begins. It's the defending champions of Class A, the Bruins of Brighton, taking on a team on the rise, the Titans of Webster Thomas. Welcome back, Gene Battaglia with Kevin Roche, and I don't care how many times we do this, Kevin, opening night is always exciting.
And what a way to kick off a new season here tonight. The Bruins, the defending Class A champions, lost 22 to graduation, so they have a lot of unknowns coming into tonight. As for Webster Thomas, they're on the rise, even though they missed sectionals last season. They got a lot of experience coming back and looking to make a run this year.
Yeah, for Thomas, their key, they return all 5 starters on the offensive line. So one of the 2 running backs are player to watch, and he's a veteran of this team. Number 11, co-captain Tyler Estelle.
Yeah, his 3rd year on varsity. Him and MJ Wells providing that 1-2 punch out of the backfield. They'll be running behind 5 seniors along that offensive line, a luxury Coach Jobson has never had in his over 20 years of coaching in Section 5.
As we mentioned, Brighton, the defending champs, and one player to watch. He's one of the best in Section 5. Number 22, the tight end and linebacker, Matthew Heininger.
Yeah, we'll see him. He's a senior. He's already committed to play at UB next season. He'll graduate from Brighton in January, enroll early for spring ball up in Buffalo. 22, one we'll be watching here tonight.
As we take a look at the Ide family of dealerships' keys to the game, and Kevin, for Thomas's offense, figuring out, trying to diagnose what Brighton wants to do here.
Yeah, they run a 3-man front, so the Titans have to do a good job tonight picking up the pressure and figuring out who's coming and from where. On defense, Brighton's bread and butter, they run those sweeps. So the Titans want to attack the hashes and get everyone to the ball. For Brighton on offense, they want to win the line of scrimmage. Gina, strength last season is a work in progress right now, as only 1 starter returns for that group. And on defense, Coach Leon wants his guys to match Thomas's physicality and set the tone early, reminding everyone they're still the defending champs.
Here we go. The Section 5 season begins. It's almost time. You're in Brighton. Thomas and Brighton will have the kickoff coming your way next on CW Rochester.
Hi, welcome to Ide Volkswagen.
I'm in great hands when the Ide family of dealerships has my car in for service. I can kick back and relax with some amazing coffee and new friends, knowing their expertise will be honest, reliable, and fast. The best part is, it's totally tailored to me and my ride. I'm lucky to have Ide right here in my hometown. Thank you! And I wouldn't dream of going anywhere else. It's all about you at Ide VW Service.
Allendale Columbia School provides a student-centered, engaging, and safe environment that inspires a love of learning and helps your child discover their potential to make a positive impact on the world. At Allendale Columbia School, we turn passion into purpose and curiosity into curriculum. Learn more about Allendale Columbia School at allendalecolumbia.org. Allendale Columbia, first here, then anywhere.
Your home, your sanctuary, protected with the perfect fence. At BF&R Fence, we specialize in high-quality commercial and residential fencing that enhances the beauty and security of your landscaping. Whether it's privacy, safety, or simply adding curb appeal, we've got you covered. Durable, custom-built, and designed to last. Give your property an uplifting makeover with BF&R Fence. Contact us today for your free estimate. Your home and business deserve the best.
NXT Superstars, we all have a little dog in us. We all bring a little something to that ring that you ain't never seen before.
I'm here to talk about the future.
We have every culture, every personality.
I remember being shook that, like, I'm about to become a WWE superstar.
Finally! You want to talk about star power? Star power is about creating moments.
It's about putting smiles on people's faces.
Tuesday at 8 on CW Rochester.
We are back, the law office of William Attar's Friday Night Rivals, as it's time for the coin toss. Our coin toss presented by the Allendale Columbia School.
Especially from the guys that are standing out here, okay? You guys came just a little bit farther to call this coin, so you're going to call it. This is heads, the black side. This is tails. He's going to call it before I throw it. It's going to hit the ground. If it hits anybody, including myself, we'll throw it again. What would you like to call?
Heads.
He called heads. It is a head. What would you like?
We're going to defer.
Defer. Do you want the ball? What ball would you like to defend?
This side.
Say, stay in your lines. Swing this way. Webster Thomas has won the toss. They've elected to defer. We'll be kicking in this direction. Gentlemen, shake hands one more time. We'll get going.
And there you have it. We're going to have Brighton getting the kickoff. And if you noticed, the men and women out there, it's first responders here tonight in Brighton. And it's the leadership here of Steve Lee and Kevin. What a job he has done, the head coach here in Brighton.
Unbelievable. 14th season, and just how this program has ascended during that time and how they've become a consistent winner. 12-1 a year ago, make it all the way to the state semifinals where they lose to Whitesboro out of Section 3, but win that first Section 5 title after being in that title game 3 of the last 4 years. They finally get it done last year, and they're looking for more going into this year.
Jason Jobson, he's Thomas through and through. Was at Eastridge for a few years as their head coach. Taking over now, year number 2 with the Titans.
Yeah, 4 and 5 last year, as I mentioned earlier. Missed the sectionals, joined Scott Duschel's staff when he came over from Eastridge. Duschel was there for 22 years, and we're happy to report Coach Jobson told us Coach Duschel is doing well in retirement.
Although he's still working a little bit on the side.
Bit.
You know, like retirement is you do what you want to do. That's,
doing a little teaching, it sounds like, but staying busy, I would imagine.
Well, here's the BF&R Fence kickoff. As for visiting Thomas, this is going to be number 35, Riker Nicholson. And he is a freshman. Wearing those, you don't need to know the number. Just look at the cleats there, Kevin.
Yeah, those are nice.
Yeah. So we did have some games, of course, last night in Section 5. We had the Teddy Bowl, but for most schools, it's opening night here tonight as we welcome you once again to Brighton. Clarence Bell, number 2, one of the players deep back here for the Bruins, and we are underway. And this is going to go to the newcomer, Medina, on the far side. Medina picking it up. Medina has some space to the far side. There he goes. 50, 45, 40. One man to beat. 20, 15, 10, 5. Bank it. Touchdown. Touchdown, Brighton. Justin Medina. Welcome back. It's an American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown. The home improvement company that cares.
What a way to start the game. The transfer from Rush Henrietta coming back to Brighton where he played in the youth leagues. Coach Leon actually coached him when he was in 4th grade. He comes back, and what a way to start the season with an explosive kickoff return. Brighton up 6-0.
Boy, I was wondering, don't kick it to number 4, and there he got the space on the far side. And we are just 12 seconds into this game. The PAT coming up. What a start here. Patrick Newcomer. Snap is good. The kick has the distance, and that is through. Home crowd has to love that, Kevin. What a way to start the season here at Brighton.
Yeah, setting the tone early on, and a guy that, coming back home. He grew up in Brighton, goes to Henrietta for a year, and now he is back here in Brighton with the Bruins.
Well, let's see if we can pick up some key blocks here. There were a few there along the way.
He just blows right through that hole, and he is gone down that sideline.
That's Matthew Heininger, also leading a block there. Samuel Davis for Thomas, trying to catch him. As that's a fun way to start. Now for Thomas, Kevin, we've got a full game here.
No
it's
question.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. Let's see what we can do here. If you're 90 yards that officially goes for, and we want to thank all of our sponsors here. The Family Thrive scoring summary. Families Thrive. Thank you very much. One play, 90 yards, Kevin.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a drive technically, but that's a score. So.
And Brighton will take it, no doubt.
Patrick Newcomer. Back we will see Zacchaeus Trice. Actually, number 13 is Nazir Manthorn. Manthorn, one of the two players back. Ashton Thomas for Webster Thomas as well. So Thomas and Manthorn. And it'll be the squib kick. Once again, a BF&R fence kickoff. It'll be right across the 35, 36-yard line as we catch our breaths here, Kevin.
Now we're going to get a chance to see Nolan Boehm, a guy number 17, going to be the starting quarterback this year. He's been waiting for his opportunity. 2 seniors on this team last year. So Boehm actually had to play a little linebacker last year for the Titans when MJ Wells got hurt. Now getting his first chance to start as a senior quarterback here for the Titans. We'll see how he does.
We're going to see Wells in the backfield to start off with Estelle. So it is a 2-man set in the backfield, and we'll get to that starting lineup. And we're going to have a penalty marked off here, too. Okay, and this is a 15-yarder that is going to put Thomas into Brighton territory. Did not get an explanation on that, so we move along. 1st and 10 here, and we'll get you the starting lineups here for Thomas as Boehm out of the shotgun. Sell is the halfback here with Wells in the backfield. And Wells will get the call trying to get around the left end, and he's going to be wrapped up. Number 70 side, Zamar Tooks. The defensive line crashing down to make the tackle. And as we take a look at the starting lineups, presented by the law offices of William Mattar. As we take a look at Thomas's offensive line, Kevin. Evan Adams, Bryce Henry on the left side. Kyle Straka is your center. Richard Ristiano is the right guard. And Ari Gaffel, the right tackle. We will look at the Brighton defense here coming up after this 2nd and 9. We'll give Wells 1 yard on that last play. Wells will get the call again, makes a cut, trying to plow his way ahead and keeping those legs moving, which you like to see. The second effort is going to make this 3rd and manageable. And again, the starting lineups courtesy of the law offices of William Matars as we take a look at the starting defense for the Brighton Bruins. And Kevin, when you look at the defense here for Brighton, there's just a lot of talent back there.
Oh, no question. And we talked about Matthew Heininger before in our open and just how talented he is. He says he loves to play linebacker more than tight end because he likes to hit people. He likes to tackle, and he had a ton of tackles. 25 last year, one of the top tacklers on that team.
Big 3rd down here for Thomas. 3rd and 6 in Brighton territory at the 44. Man going in motion is Ashton Thomas. Boehm looking to his right, doesn't like it, trying to buy some time, throwing on the run to check it down to Thomas. And Thomas scoots at it for the first down and more. Good effort there. Number 1, Ashton Thomas. And that play good enough for a 1st down. 1st down presented by the Final Outlet.
Yeah, nice play here by Nolan. He gets away from the pressure, feels it a little bit, goes towards the far sideline and finds Ashton there for the big pickup and the 1st down.
How big is that for a young quarterback just to get the completion, get a 3rd down, and making some things happen here?
Yeah, keeping that drive alive, keeping it going.
If you're just tuning in, Justin Medina, a 90-yard kickoff for Brighton to start this game. That's why we're 7-0. This is Thomas's first offensive possession. Wells will get the call. Wells ahead of steam, and Wells will get beyond the marker. Another 1st down presented by the Final Outlet.
Yeah, Michael Wells taking advantage of his opportunity. We mentioned Nolan Bain finally getting his chance to be a starter at quarterback. Wells doing the same here in the backfield.
And we're in the Tim Hortons red zone with that last run as well. And why not? Keep it on the ground. And there's some good push here by Thomas's offensive line to bring up second down. Wells to get off the bottom of this pile. And we have a timeout on the field.
Timeout. Blue.
Okay, so Brighton, this is interesting, Kevin. You've got the timeouts to use in the first half. There must be something that, certainly Steve Leon doesn't like what he's seeing here, like in regards to the run defense.
Yeah, it's been a successful drive right now for Webster Thomas and just kind of pushing Brighton back down the field. Again, a nice completion by Bain we saw to get the first down, but this drive is dependent on the legs of Michael Wells. He's finding the holes. The offensive line's doing a great job, and they are moving the ball early.
Steve Leben, coaching family through and through. His wife, Tracy, the associate AD at Nazareth, former lacrosse coach. 2nd and 4 coming up. Kevin, I don't know. Just keep it on the ground if it's working here. M.J. Wells, senior, number 2. Will he get the call again? Indeed he will. Trying to go right side. He's got the first down and more. And leaping into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Thomas. That's an American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown. The home improvement company that cares.
What an impressive drive by Webster Thomas. And again, Wells getting it done. A guy who had only 10 rushes for 46 yards and 2 touchdowns last year. Putting a great drive together, getting his first touchdown of the 2025 season, getting the Titans on the board and 1 point away from evening this thing up.
He is a physical specimen, and Brighton's going to have to figure out an adjustment. And now the extra point here to tie the game. Samuel Davis handles the place-kicking responsibilities, number 22. Kick has the distance, and that is through the uprights. As we head to break, Webster Thomas, nice answer thanks to the offensive line and that individual. M.J. Wells, 7-7 our score. You're watching the law offices of William Tires Friday Night Rivals, driven by the Bob Johnson Automotive Group here on CW Rochester.
Thinking about upgrading your home's exterior? Now through September 30th, Stellar Roofing is giving you $500 off or 0% financing for 12 months so you can complete your next home exterior project. At Stellar, you get industry-leading craftsmanship with a top-tier warranty. Choose Western New York's premier home exterior company, backed by hundreds of 5-star reviews. When quality counts, call
888-7663 Stellar Roofing.
Proud partner of the Buffalo Bills.
As Brighton here, I would think don't kick it to Justin Medina. That would be number one. As we are just not even 6 minutes into this game, and both teams getting on the board. It was Brighton with the 90-yard return, and that drive, 7 plays, 54 yards, 15-yard penalty, by the way. Kevin, we can't overlook. That helped out at the beginning, but M.J. Wells leaping into the end zone. 64 yards. 64 yards.
And 29 of those coming from Wells on that drive. So already off to a great start.
Once again, here's the BF&R fence kickoff. And deep back will be Clarence Bell in the middle of this formation. And this time it will be Bell picking it up on a bounce to the 10 to the 15. And Bell weaving, and he's going to be brought down from behind. Nice tackle there by Joe Lashinsky, the senior. As for the first time tonight, Kevin, we're going to take a look here at the Brighton offense.
Yeah, we're going to get a look at a sophomore quarterback. Played only in JV last year. Number 24, Ethan Bielchowski, will be coming in to take the snaps under center for the Titans.
Yeah, just like Tom is here, can Can Brighton get their young quarterback comfortable here? You put in all the work, and Bialashevsky, they're very high on here, as he's going to have a lot of tools around him, including the tight end Matthew Heininger. We'll get to the starting lineups here for both sides after this 1st and 10 play. 7-7 our game, as Bialashevsky sends it over to Medina. Medina, the RH transfer, and there won't be much on that. As we will take a look here at the Brighton offense. This presented by the law offices of William Mattar. Their starting lineup here. And they, too, have a really nice offensive line. Charlie Messina, one of the co-captains, anchoring this at the center position.
Yeah, the only returner moving over from left guard to center this season. He said it's been a work in progress trying to get that chemistry. A scrimmage helped a little bit last week, but this is where they're really going to find out what they have and how they can build for the rest of the season.
Brighton waiting for the signal to come in. We'll get to the Thomas defense here after this 2nd and 9 play. Up to the 32. Bialashevsky out of the shotgun. Man going into motion and faking the end around. It's going to go right between the tackles and then driven back. That is a nice defensive front there. Adams and Henry. Not much there. And Joshua Jobson, the coach's son.
Yeah, also a great lacrosse player.
We take a look here at the starting lineup on defense for the Titans. Once again, presented by the law offices of William Mattar.
Yeah, number 8, Joshua Jobson. You were just talking about the coach's son. Coach also doing a little assistant coaching for Webster Thomas lacrosse, and his son on his way to University of Albany, a commit as goalie for next year.
It's a 4-2-5 alignment, so 5 defensive backs. Bialashevsky, can he pick up this 3rd and long? Bialashevsky throwing deep on them, has a man wide open, and it's caught. 30, down to the 20, breaking a tackle, and into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Patrick Rohr. Slam that touchdown. Ball to the ground. It's an American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown. The home improvement company that cares. Wow, the sophomore quarterback delivering that right in stride.
That's a way to ease the nerves a little bit, and what a play there. Airing it out and getting the early, long touchdown for the Bruins.
For a defense that has 3 safeties, Kevin and Thomas, somebody's got to be back to make sure that does not happen. As the extra point here to make this a 7-point margin. Patrick Rohr, senior on this Brighton team. Let's see what we have here. Yep. So the unsportsmanlike conduct, and again, pointing it out, like spiking the ball. Well,
yeah, and he did turn back and may have said something. We don't know, but he did kind of go backwards into the end zone.
Kick is up, and it is good, so that'll be assessed on the kickoff. But Brighton coming out, big play on special teams, now a big play on offense, 14-7 as the fireworks continue here. Kevin, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, he just airs it out, and just a tremendous play on 3rd and 9 by the young quarterback, getting it to his receiver and taking it in for the long touchdown. Just a momentum shifter. Like you said, those safeties got to recognize that someone missed an assignment for Thomas. They're going to have to work on that on the sideline and adjust that moving forward in this game.
Yeah, that was the corner, Nazir Manthorn, and he's not able to wrap up. That'll happen, but there's no help over the top. And now it's going to be Thomas's turn to try to answer. We're getting that second touchdown for Brighton.
Some early fireworks in this 2025 season. It's been a good one so far.
Who sings this song, Kevin?
Heard it a few times. She may be getting married.
I heard that. Yeah, Kevin went to Toronto.
I did.
Yeah,
that is true.
Yeah,
it is a. My wife called it. It is a production when you go see her. It is. It's much different than a concert.
Manthorn, one of the 2 players back, along with Ashton Thomas, and that 15 yards. This is where it shows up, Kevin. There was a 15-yard penalty that gave Thomas the ball to begin the possession in their territory, and this one. Another BFNR kickoff in the squib kick this time, brought by the Upman. And that'll be number 22, scooting ahead. A nice pickup, and this will give good field position. Sammy Davis, the senior, he's the place kicker, and he's also helping out here on the other side as that goes down to the 36. And again, 15 yards. That shows up big here for Brighton.
Yeah, and a nice return as well. I mean, they're right in Bruins territory, and they moved the ball so well on that first drive, Gene. You know, you gotta imagine they're going to go back to Wells here and see if the Brighton can figure something out and try to stop him.
We have yet to even reach the halfway point of this first quarter. There's just been so much action here. Glad you're with us here tonight. With Kevin Roche, my name is Gene Battaglia. Eric Carpi, our director, as we welcome you back to another season of Friday Night Rivals here on CW Rochester. Thanks for making us part of your night. As the handoff to Wells again, and Wells the start of that last drive. Here he goes again. Wells to the outside, and Wells across the 20, and he'll pop right back up.
You'll get a flag.
And the official, the hold, and that is going to come back.
Holding on the offense, number 1. 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
So that is going to be Ashton Thomas, and that's always tough when you're the wide receiver on the outside. When do I let go, Kevin? And once the play kind of turns, it's
puts him in a tough spot.
Yeah.
There.
But they don't lose the down, so scoreboard here says 1st and 20. It's actually 1st and 15. Nolan Bain, one completion on the last drive. Once again out of the shotgun as Thomas will be on the near side. The wide receiver Thomas going into motion for Webster Thomas. And here he'll get the design play. Makes a cut. Thomas, his second reception tonight. And doesn't get quite back the penalty yardage. This will bring up 2nd and 11.
They kind of just chip away a little bit. A nice easy throw to make to the outside there, the far sideline. And, you get a little bit of it back. 2nd and 11 now.
I think Thomas might have been lucky there because it looked like he was turning upfield on that route before the play. You want to try to get the running start. Manthorn will be on the near side here for the Titans on the 2nd and 11. Bain takes the snap and the handoff to Wells, and he's going to be met. Slowing the play up. Nice play by the nose guard, Charlie Messina, shedding his block to slow the play up. It's a short game.
Yeah, tremendous play. And look at the Bruins. They all ran to the football on that play and made a concerted effort to make sure they wrapped up and limited it to a 3-yard gain, it appears.
3rd down and 9. If we skip ahead here, Kevin, I'm going to be 4 down territory,
no
right?
question.
So, if it's 4 down territory, you can go back to Wells here. Is everybody... Well, it's always a little tell when you're looking at the wristband here, too, opening. So everybody's looking at the wristband. 3rd down and 9. Wells in the backfield, along with Nolan Bain, the quarterback. Brighton showing blitz. Here they come, and they show too much blitz, Kevin. The question is, did they get Thomas to jump?
Full start. Number 13 in the offense, 5 yards from the previous.
Yeah, they're going to get Manthorn. So it has nothing to do with the guys on the right close to the ball. It's Manthorn on the outside. Third down, and we'll call it 13. 4 wide receivers. Nick Adams will be out there as a tight end to the left. Empty set now. The swing pass coming and trying to get into space is MJ Wells. Wells following the block, and that is a great job by a guy who's going to be UB bound. Number 22, Matthew Heininger helping to blow that play up to bring up fourth down.
Yeah, they strung him towards the sideline and just did not let him turn up the field like he was doing on that first drive. And Heininger, a big reason why it makes a tremendous stop for the Bruins.
You want to talk about someone who's committed. Matthew Heininger, number 22, as we take a look at this play again. Heininger is going to graduate from Brighton this January. The Ide family of dealerships play of the game nominee if this ends up helping out here for Brighton. But he's going to UB next fall, leaving his senior year, half of it, at Brighton, just to get a head start on the next phase of his life. That is commitment.
Yeah, absolutely. Wants to be part of spring ball, and he'll be there at UB, graduating from Brighton this January.
Nolan Bain out of the shotgun, and the play action. They're going for it on fourth down, Kevin. He's under pressure, and there's Heininger on the run. Forces the incompletion. And Brighton getting it back on downs. Matthew Heininger. Gosh, we know some linebackers that have gone to UB. Is he the next one up there for the Bulls?
I mean, the pressure that he just got on, it's in there so fast. You see the speed, and Coach Leon called him a menace. He is a menace on that side of the football and so difficult to deal with, and you're seeing why he's headed to UB next year.
So Brighton coming out, and they scored on their last drive, their only other drive so far tonight. Ball will be spotted at the 36.
Yeah, if you're Webster Thomas, you want to identify where number 22 is, and he gets in that backfield very quickly, as we see here.
Oh, Tyler Estelle, welcome to your senior year as they try to block it as the handoff going, and that'll be the first touch tonight for the junior, Zach Rosenthal. And give him a gain of 3 on that.
Crowd's filling in nicely, Gino.
Yeah.
It's a great night for football. Weather is good. Had a little breezy earlier. Seems to have settled down. Doesn't seem to be an issue here tonight. Going to have good weather for this game.
It was a shot of Ari Gaffel. He's one of the fine defensive linemen. He's going to be lined up on the near side for Thomas. Thomas in the white uniforms, looking like the Colts, if you will.
Yeah.
The handoff going to Medina. Medina making a cut. Medina backing his way into a first down. Nice play there. And that's good enough for a vinyl outlet first down.
Yeah, just so patient there in the backfield. He finds the hole. An all Greater Rochester second team from last year. Just look, he's looking for that hole, and man, it is wide open. Makes a little move and just picks up that first down. Keep this drive going for the Bruins.
Keep the drive going, keep the clock moving here, too. Heininger will be the tight end to the near side. Rosenthal is the tailback here. Bialashevsky handing it off. Going between the tackles, and that will go into Thomas territory. Once again, number 9, Zach Rosenthal.
Coach Leon brought up earlier this week, these two teams met last season, and Thomas kept it close for a very long time. Brighton went on to win 31-7, but he said this team reminds him a lot of his team last year. So we'll see that if that pans out for Thomas this year.
Coach Leon getting the highest of honors from the NFL. You know, the nominee,
yeah. The
going
Bills.
down, as the Bills nominee for Coach of the Year. He went down to the Pro Bowl festivities and says it wasn't really kind of his thing, but a great experience nonetheless. As Rosenthal getting the carry once again, and Michael Wells, he also plays linebacker, MJ Wells does, preventing a first down, but this brings up 3rd and 1.
And getting back to Leon, he brings up just what he's been able to do with this program and in how it has taken off under his tutelage. To be one of 32 coaches to be recognized around the country by NFL teams is just tremendous honor for him.
I never liked to tune into the Pro Bowl festivities, but I tuned in. It was like, okay, come on, let's Section 5. Which every coach at that point, you're talking to the best of the best in the nation. 3rd down and 1. And that's a low snap and a good play there by Bialashevsky. Now he's going to be in trouble and he'd be brought down. So Bialashevsky I'll give him credit, Kevin. Like, if it wasn't there, don't do anything. Is taking the bad snap and having to eat the ball there. And instead of going 3rd and 1, now this is going to be 4th and long. We'll call it 4th and 6.
Yeah, smart play by the young quarterback, not to force anything. The ball hits the ground, just pick it up, and try to maybe you do something with your legs if nothing's open downfield. That's exactly what he did, and Thomas had it pretty well covered right there.
Yeah, again, MJ Wells with the tackle. This is going to bring us to the quarter. What an eventful quarter. My goodness, what a way to start Friday night rivals here. As we go to the second, it's the law offices of William & Tarr's Friday Night Rivals, driven by the Bob Johnson Automotive Group here on CW Rochester.
Hi, welcome to Ivy Play-In.
I'm in great hands when the Ide family of dealerships has my car in for service. I can kick back and relax with some amazing coffee and new friends, knowing their expertise will be honest, reliable, and fast. The best part is, it's totally tailored to me and my ride. I'm lucky to have Ide right here in my hometown. Thank you! And I wouldn't dream of going anywhere else. It's all about you at Ide VW Service.
Thinking about upgrading your home's exterior? Now through September 30th, Stellar Roofing is giving you $500 off or 0% financing for 12 months so you can complete your next home exterior project. At Stellar, you get industry-leading craftsmanship with a top-tier warranty. Choose Western New York's premier home exterior company, backed by hundreds of 5-star reviews. When quality counts, call
888-7663 Stellar Roofing.
Proud partner of the Buffalo Bills.
Get more for less with Tim Hortons $1, $2, $3 menu. Order any size beverage and add a favorite, like a donut for just $1, a bagel for $2, or a hot breakfast sandwich for $3. So get more for less, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons.
When you're in the middle of something special, the last thing you want is to lose power. Enjoy safety, comfort, and the power of those special moments uninterrupted with a Cummins Quiet Connect home standby generator.
You ready?
So you can carry on doing what matters most.
Yes!
Cummins.
It's a better place to buy a car.
With hundreds of 5-star reviews, you can expect a stellar job every time.
888-7663 Stellar Roofing.
This Saturday, it's the showdown in St. Louis.
What an awesome racetrack.
A final chance to crash the playoff party and chase a championship dream.
There is a whole lot on the line here today.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series
on CW Rochester.
NXT Superstars, we all have a little dog in us.
It's about putting smiles on people's faces.
Tuesday at 8 on CW Rochester.
Take a look at the Thomas sideline. Head coach Jason Jobson, his team fighting hard as Brighton to begin the second quarter. Looking at a 4th and 6. We want to thank our closed captioning sponsor, brought exclusively to you by Colin the Plumber. Can Thomas get off the field? 4th and 6 to begin the second quarter. Ethan Bialashevsky, no, actually they're going to punt, Kevin, which is probably smart, as that will be actually not a fair catch. Trying to work his way forward. Come here, Johnson, and Johnson will be met almost immediately. That's Keanu McDermott, special teamer. McDermott coming down, making a nice play. So for Thomas, hasn't been perfect here, but they've got Wells on their side in this offensive line.
I think that's something that Coach Jobson's going to want to get back to right here. Started the second quarter, okay, the nerves have settled down. We've settled in a little bit. we know what they want to do. We're seeing different things, and let's get back to what we do here. And I think you might see that in this drive. Get it to Wells, keep it on the ground, and take a little pressure off your quarterback.
But it won't be Wells. It'll be Rashad Monson getting a run in here. So Wells getting at least the breather here on first down. So Monson, as a junior, wearing number 6. Bain pointing out something in the defense. Takes the snap and the handoff. And getting wrapped up from behind. And that's a good play there by number 21, Colin Rosendahl. Not to be confused with Colin the Plumber, but Colin Rosendahl. And there will be no gain on that play.
Yeah, great pressure here. Gets right through the line, no unblocked. Gets right in there and makes the big play for Brighton, and no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Joe Lashinsky will be the receiver to the near boundary. Ashton Thomas is in the slot to the right side. This is 2nd down and 10. Bain 2 for 2 on the completion so far tonight. Let's see if they're going to try this through the air. Nope, keep it on the ground. Had a steam. And that will get about 4 on the play, up to about the 25 to bring up 3rd and 6.
Yeah, Brighton's doing a much better job with their ground defense, and they are gang tackling in there, finding their way to the ball, and now it's a long 3rd and 6 for Thomas, deep in their own territory.
Zamir Williams checks in as an extra linebacker here for the Bruins. And Charlie Messina making sure he's out there as the nose guard. One of the co-captains here. 3rd down and 6. Bain out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, and he'll flare it to the far side, trying to follow his blockers, and he'll be short. Make that the tackle there by Brandon Camp. Munson.
Looks like we have an injury, Gino.
Yeah.
Looks like Brandon Kemp.
Kemp on that tackle. Take a look at 22, Heininger. 10 minutes even remaining, and picture perfect night if you're watching back to this game in years from now. Couldn't ask for anything nicer weather-wise.
We're talking about the Brighton defense a little bit. They're missing one guy, a big guy at linebacker, Amari Snowden, one of their captains. You know, he tore his ACL during that sectional finals game last year on the first drive, and they're hoping to get him back next week. He's medically cleared, but game-time decision today.
Let's take a look at the Ide family of dealerships play of the game nominee here. And, you know, Kevin, this is going to be tough to top. Yeah, first play of the season here, and that's Justin Medina.
90 yards.
90 yards.
Can't start it better than that, Gene.
All gas, no break.
Yeah.
And
welcome home.
Yeah,
right?
it'll be tough to top tonight, but I'm sure we'll have other great plays here. So with its 4th down, this will be our first punt for Thomas here tonight. Zach Rosendahl deep back here for the Bruins. And Rosendahl, they'll have to play away from him. And that'll take a nice Thomas bounce. Down to the 36. Brighton getting the ball back as we are in the second quarter tonight from the 12 corners. You're watching the law office of Willie Mattar's Friday Night Rivals on CW Rochester.
Every child deserves a safe, loving home. At Families Thrive, we connect children with the foster and adoptive families who can change their lives forever. On November 1st, join us for the Families Thrive Gala. Together, we'll celebrate the power of family and raise critical funds to support children in need. Get your tickets, make a donation, and help every child find their forever home. Because when families thrive, children thrive.
So stay tuned for the Stellar Roofing halftime report. We will be looking at some of the highlights, and we've had a bunch of them. We'll also take a look at some of the highlights from around the country here on Friday Night Rivals. And you know what, Kevin? Can Section 5 get on the national highlights next week?
We've had a few plays already tonight.
I'm thinking we got a shot next week. Thanks to the good folks at Stellar Roofing for their helping us bring you these broadcasts this evening. So the Bruins going back to work on offense. Bialashevsky, who has a long touchdown throw to Patrick Rohr in this game, he's going to throw right side, and that will be dropped. Trying to turn it up field with Zach Rosinger. Couldn't look it in, and it'll bring up second down.
Yeah, he looked like he tried to start running up the field before he had it eyed in, and you got to make sure you catch that before you turn up field.
Richard Ristiano, one of the big guys there on the defensive line. Want to thank the good folks at the distillery tonight. Yeah, I know that a lot of guys on this team would go to the distillery on Henrietta. Thank you for hooking up the crew, yeah. By the time we go down, though, Kevin, I'm not sure if we'll have anything left. The truck will all be gone.
It's good stuff.
As now the handoff. It's going to be the end around. Nice play. First down and more. That's number 88, Zamir Williams. Good enough for a first down. Excellent first down. A Cummins generator first down. Zamir Williams generating that first down.
Yeah, what a play. Brighton getting into Thomas territory. As we take a look here. Takes the handoff, and look at the holes. Just making moves, making people miss. That's what you got to do for the big pickup down to the 42 of Webster Thomas.
Clock rolling on here. Ethan Bialashevsky takes the snap. Medina on the right. He's going end zone, left side, the Rohr. Got it! Leaping up, and he comes down with it inside the 10-yard line. For Thomas, that's Colin Ravello making the touchdown-saving tackle. That's good for another Cummins first down. Generating that first down once again, Patrick Rohr.
Yeah, the young quarterback, look at him. He can show, and tonight he can air it out, and he's going to his main target so far this evening that we've seen. Patrick Rohr getting a touchdown on their first connection, and here, down to the 6-yard line, they're in business again.
Back in the Tim Hortons red zone as well. First and goal from the 6. And Medina is on the right. Zach Rosenall is on the left. Clarence Bell split to the far side. And this will be Rosenall cutting it up, and he will be short. Evan Adams, number 53, getting credit for the tackle there. And Rosenall's going to have to come off the field as his helmet came off. Got to get that equipment fixed. 1 yard gain on that play. Here's second and goal from the 5. Don't know what WL stands for, Kevin. But I'm sure the Brighton players do. Play signaled in from the sideline. Here's the option to throw on the far side. Heininger in the end zone. Touchdown! Bialashevsky finding his man on the far side. Number 22, Matthew Heininger. That's good enough for American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown. The home improvement company that cares.
There he is at tight end. We said he does it all. He's a menace, as his head coach says. And, boy, did he get open and easy catch and takes it in for the score, his first of the season.
Ethan Bialashevsky, the sophomore, second touchdown throw tonight. Throwing a really nice ball.
He has been impressive, Gino. He's been calm, cool, and collected. And he's got 2 touchdowns on the night.
And Brighton extending their lead to 21-7. The big run by Zamir Williams. Good key play on that drive.
You know, Coach Leon said that was his concern. We've got the talent. It's a matter of can that talent work in the positions now that we're moving them to. And so far, so good. through a quarter and almost a half. It's been an impressive showing from Brighton.
Now it's important. We're still lots of football left, but can Thomas get a nice drive going here?
One thing Thomas, the last few drives, they ran the ball so well early. Brighton's been all over it. Maybe they, working a little play action here. So get something going downfield because they can't afford another 3 and out and give Brighton, who is really rolling on offense, that ball right back. They can't have that.
Ashton Thomas, one of the two players back once again. And to kick this off, Patrick Newcomer once again. 4 plays, 63 yards. Heininger getting that 5-yard touchdown. And that scoring summary brought to you by Families Thrive as we take now a look at the BF&R fence kickoff. Newcomer will put this on a line. Thomas is going to have to field this. That is perfectly placed inside the 10. A lot of east-west running, trying to get it back to the middle field. And, well, what do you know? All things considered, that's not too bad. Usually it doesn't work out that way. Ashton Thomas making something out of nothing past the 30-yard line.
Yeah, great play by him. A heads-up play to kind of stretch the field a little bit. Got a few blocks along the way and gets his offense at the 31 in better position than it looked like at the start there.
We have another. Okay, so we do have an injury on the far side. And this is the time of year, Kevin, where we always say, hydrate.
Yes.
Force fluids. This one, you think you can't drink another one. Goes a long way. Hopefully that all that is popping back up. It's going to be Justin Medina. I think, yeah, he's able to trot over to the near sideline.
A lot of this is, you hear it even in the NFL game last night, these guys aren't necessarily game shape ready just yet. They're going to get there, but, they haven't played 4 quarters of football like this. And at times you're going to have cramps or different things like that, especially early in the season. And tonight it's not hot, but it's warm. At least in this press box, it's warm.
I'm not complaining, Kevin, because I know
what's coming, right?
Yeah, what's coming. Yeah. Well, MJ Wells, after taking the last series off, Wells is back in at running back. Let's see how much of a difference this makes here for the Titans, as Bain will take the snap, and there's going to be whistles before the snap. And these are the penalties you don't like.
Timeout.
Oh,
timeout.
Defense.
Okay. I beg your pardon.
So Coach Leon clearly saw something he didn't like, wants to get his guys over there, talk about it, and make sure they're all on the same page, because you don't want to give up a big play here. You got a 14-point lead. Still a lot of time in the second quarter. We've got all these big scoring drives, and still so much game left. Thomas is very much in this game still.
Yeah, the second time out, and interestingly, both on defense here for Brighton tonight. We also want to tell you about the fourth quarter coming up. You want to stay tuned for the school bus stop of the game. The law in every state, Kevin, requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. And that's just a good reminder for us all.
No question. Especially just starting up this week. A lot more buses on the road.
Yep. Pay attention. First and 10 at the 30. Wells the back. And let's see what Brighton kind of switched up here. And they're milling around those linebackers. Are they coming or they're not? They're trying to shoot the gap. And it'll be successful in slowing up the play. Short gain on the play. Anthony Julian, the safety, coming up to make the tackle.
Yeah, Wells just looking for room. You see Heininger in there with the arm tackle. Just misses him in the backfield. able to pick up 4 on the play.
Which, if you're Anthony Julian, he's the only safety. So there's only one guy. It's a unique formation here. 3 down linemen, 1 safety, 2 corners, and
he's on an island out there.
Yeah, you're running 5 linebackers across the middle there. And that was the adjustment, putting Julian in the box as well. But this time I would imagine he's not going to come, and doesn't appear to be that way. He's backing up, and we're going to have movement.
Dead ball. Delay a game. On the offense, that's 5 yards. Still second down.
Gene, you look at all the movement. We mentioned it in the open that, Brighton with 3 down linemen, where's that 4th guy coming from? And they're moving around pre-snap all over the place. And it's distracting for Thomas. They got to get the play in, and they got to get it off on time.
Second down 11, and it's a design keeper. Bame faking it, and he'll run. He takes a hit there on the far side, getting it up to the 36. Yeah, Heiniger, it's not just enough to tackle. You want to tackle with purpose. Also back there's Amar Tooks.
Yeah, Tooks, he is a big boy, and scholarship offers already as a junior from Syracuse, Boston College, UConn, and Toledo. Oh boy.
Yeah, Heiniger delivering that hit. And if you're the quarterback taking off a run, that is absolutely a good football play.
See if Tooks is at the Dome tomorrow for UConn Syracuse. Being recruited by both.
Noon kickoff at the Dome.
I'll be there.
Jim Mora Jr., coach.
Yep.
Here's the long pass, far side, trying to split the defense. Flag going down, it's incomplete. Patrick Rohr, number 6, with the breakup, as the intended receiver was Kamir Johnson, number 7. What is the flag about?
Sideline warning on the defense. There is no yardage associated with that. 4th down.
Sideline warning on the Bruins.
Boy, you wonder if the Thomas quarterback, Nolan Bame.
You should Tux get him.
Yeah.
Heiniger also in there. Rosignol. I mean, there's 3 guys falling on your quarterback.
Heiniger leading with his shoulder, but to the upper body there.
There's another number 17 down the throughway that takes hits like that sometimes that you don't want to.
Another punt here for Thomas, and backing away, and not much Leo Hopkins can do there. Just got to play it safe. That goes down to the 23. We are past the midway point here of the second quarter, and it's an opportunity for Brighton really to take control of this game, getting the ball back up by 14.
You see Max Travato there, and what a tremendous year he had a year ago. One of the top tacklers on this team. He was the top tackler. 45 tackles a year ago for the Titans. He's back this season and doing great things for Webster Thomas.
Two touchdown passes for the sophomore quarterback, Ethan Bielaszewski. He's thrown a really nice ball tonight. Tight formation here. And he'll hand it off the end around. Nice little fake. Some open space as this will be number 2, Clarence Bell. And Bell bring it all the way up to the 49-yard line. But, Kevin, what do we have?
We got a flag in the backfield, and that usually means we got a hold and it's coming back. And that is exactly what we've got.
Yeah, official right on top of it. So it's a spot foul. If you're a Brighton fan, that's a shame. That was so well designed.
Block in the back on the offense, number 65. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat, first down.
But, Gene, we're seeing these last 3 drives from Brighton. They're pretty much doing whatever they want. They're running the ball. The quarterback's making some really nice throws. That's a penalty Thomas is probably thankful for, because that was going to be a big pickup.
Titus Nebbia the left tackle with the infraction. First and long, first and 20. Bialashevsky, and they'll keep it on the ground. Medina trying to pick his way ahead, and that's a senior late in line there.
Number 4, Justin Medina on the carry.
Our director, Eric Harpy, let's see if we can see the block in the back. Oh, yes, that's a foul, and know where the play was, Kevin.
Yeah.
You didn't need to do it. So by the letter of the law.
Ball's already by you.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta,
you
gotta let that go.
No gain on that last run. As the board comes up on the near sideline, the letter L. This play brought to you by. Heininger looking right. Make that Bialashevsky throwing over the top, and Rohr looking up, and that'll be the first incompletion tonight for Bialashevsky. And that's just nice coverage that time by Colin Ravello to bring up third and long.
Have we found the receiver that he prefers, his main target tonight, number 6? Patrick Rohr getting a lot of looks from the quarterback. Coach Leon mentioned that with us this week. You know, all these guys, the youth program is one of the biggest reasons for Brighton's success now at this level and their consistent success, him being the vice president of the youth program, Coach Leon. And these guys have all played together, so they're not phased if they're just coming up and getting their first start here tonight.
I think that's the difference with some programs, Kevin, making sure that you're starting right, getting everybody involved at a young age. And Brighton's going to play it safe, and you know what? You got a 2-touchdown lead that's kind of hard to argue against. Just keep it on the ground, and now Thomas will call a timeout, but we get a flag on top of it too. So the timeout was called, then a flag came down.
Sideline warning on the defense. There's no yardage associated with that. Timeout. Defense.
Yeah, both sides getting a little excited. And
so with fourth down coming up, we will take a break here. This is Friday Night Rivals, presented by the law offices of William Attar.
Allendale Columbia School provides a student-centered, engaging, and safe environment that inspires a love of learning and helps your child discover their potential to make a positive impact on the world. At Allendale Columbia School, we turn passion into purpose and curiosity into curriculum. Learn more about Allendale Columbia School at allendalecolumbia.org. Allendale Columbia, first here, then anywhere.
You know, we'll have the Stellar Roofing halftime report coming up, highlights, stats, and more. We'll try to talk to the coaches, too, if we can flag them down. You want to stick around for the Stellar Roofing halftime report.
Well, if you're Thomas here, you know, you're hoping that you're going to get this punt fielded, get into Bruins territory, and make something happen here in the final 4:02 to keep this thing close going into halftime.
Punt coming up, and an opportunity for Thomas to get some nice field position. Oh, the snap is bad. They're in trouble, and out of the end zone, and trying to work his way ahead. Thomas gets the stop, Kevin.
That is not what you wanted.
And an error there, special teams.
Yeah, and it's Heininger getting out of the end zone.
Alexander Blodgett, number 44, coming up with it. And I think just Heiner's going to...
high snap.
Yeah, can't do much with that.
Yeah, fortunate to get out of the end zone and at least get back to the 5, it looks like.
Well, the question is, would you Betterman off eating the safety there and then all right, then you're playing field position there because this gives a nice little short porch here. And what do you know, Wells will be out there. So Thomas, opportunity knocks here for the Titans. And the turnover by Brighton. Flag coming down as into the end zone, touchdown. Let's see what the flag is. Wells putting his arms up into the air. This would be his second touchdown of the night. Before we call it a touchdown, let's see what the officials have to say.
Illegal formation. 5 men in the backfield on the offense. 5 yards from the previous spot. First down.
Oh, that hurts.
Ouch.
That hurts. You had all the momentum going your way and getting in the end zone and taking a touchdown off the board. Webster Thomas got to settle in here, refocus.
So it's first and goal from the 11 now. Clock stopped with 3:47 remaining before halftime. Adams will be to the near side, the only player set to go into a pattern here, the tight end. Nolan Bain handing it off, getting it to Wells. Wells trying to work his way, has had the plowing his way into the end zone, touchdown. M.J. Wells. That's an America's Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown. The home improvement company that cares, 11 yards, and Thomas cashes in on that turnover.
Yeah, another touchdown for Wells, and he has just been big tonight for the Titans. And again, when they needed something, he delivers. Along the left side, finds the hole, and then just drags 1, 2, 3 guys into the end zone. He wasn't going to be denied. A big play after that penalty for the Titans to get on the board.
So for Thomas, this will be Sam Davis once again. With Nolan Bain to hold. Bain puts it down. Kick has the distance. And it's now a one-score game. Turnovers so costly as you look at head coach Jason Jobson. He's got to be proud of his guys just hanging around here in the second quarter.
Absolutely. And you know what? You get the turnover, you take advantage of it, and it's a ball game. 7-point game, 3:38 to go in the second before halftime. And, you know, they're alive. They're alive and well when it was looking like they were in trouble there for a minute. Brighton getting the ball back, and things can switch so quickly in this game. And Thomas is definitely in this one. Yeah, don't stop believing. Ironically, playing on the Stadium PA here.
It is a fun student section, and that's also been part of the story here with Brighton football, that they get students involved, and they've been all on their feet here to our right. You know, we've been here before, Kevin. Sometimes they'll come out dressed in neon. There's always kind of a theme going here.
So many great student sections all over Section 5.
Tonight being first responders night. As, we got Kevin, there's just ever so slightly a breeze, and that was just enough to knock that off the tee there. Riker Nicholson once again to boot this one away, and it's a BF&R fence kickoff. The lefty boots it in the air, and it's going to be Hanger dropping it. That's a loose ball. Ball is out. Who's got it? And it's going to be, it's Brighton recovering.
Bruins will have the ball first and 10.
And for Heininger, sometimes you're looking the ball up in the lights there, you might lose it.
Yeah, went right off him. Fortunate to get on that football. That would have been disastrous for Brighton.
Bruins take over at their own 32-yard line. Leading by 7 in a game that's had big plays so far. 2 touchdowns throws for Ethan Bialashevsky, and we also have the 90-yard touchdown kickoff return by Justin Medina. Here's the pass to the near side, and that's going to be Bell. Bell in traffic. He's got room. 50, 45. He's got more. Can he outrace the defense? Still on his feet. 15-10 and brought down from behind. Big-time play by Clarence Bell. That is good. A Cummins home generator. First down generated by number 2. Look at those wheels as we're also back into the Tim Hortons red zone.
Yeah, what a response by Brighton. Beautiful footwork, outracing just running past the Titans and getting it inside the 10 down to the 6. And the Bruins, when it looked like all the momentum has shifted, they snatch it right back with a huge play here. And they're back in business looking to score again.
Key block there by Titus Nebbia. And is it... They walked that off there, Clarence. Big gain. There was a timeout called by Thomas just to make sure. So we're ready to go here. Actually, it was an injury timeout. So all set. Okay, so it's going to be a direct snap here to the running back, Medina. Medina out of a Wildcat formation. Medina trying to go to the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown. Second tonight for Justin Medina. That's an American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown. The home improvement company that cares. 6 yards for Medina. Set up by that beautiful middle screen to Clarence Bell. And Brighton goes back to a 2-score lead.
That little Wildcat here. Medina just finding the hole. Patient. And then just breaking it right up the middle. Fighting his way through a couple tackles and into the end zone. His second score of the night.
Newcomer here to make this a 14-point lead. The snap is bad. The kick's going to be blocked. They couldn't get it down in time, and that play will be blown dead. So our score will be 27-14.
Bruins 27, Titans 14.
Yeah, just lost the handle.
Yeah, the snap is okay. It's just a little bit behind Julian.
And then Patrick Newcomer, you lose your rhythm when you start to make that move to kick that ball, and the whole play thrown off.
Play is dead. Man, that would have been fun to have a big man return by Bryce Henry. Henry's like, why are we blowing this dead here?
He wanted to rumble all the way down the field.
Two plays, 68 yards. Medina, the family's first scoring drive summary. That's the way to respond quickly.
Absolutely. I mean, takes the air right out of Thomas here. You think you're back within 7. Let's play a little defense, and 2 plays, you're down 13.
Well, thanks to Families Thrive for bringing us the scoring summaries tonight. Squib kick, and that is a live ball. This is trouble going into the end zone. Oh, they're going to allow it. And even if he touches it, it's okay if it goes back. As with that return, that was Nazir Manthorn.
20-yard line, first and 10.
2:47 for Thomas, and
they will get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, so this is the double dip, as they say,
Absolutely.
Kevin. This is why you do this. So I got to be honest, I didn't know what to expect weather-wise tonight. This still feels like a little bit of summer here tonight.
Yeah, it's nice. Friday Night Rivals, we have good weather.
We always bring good weather. You want good weather? Invite us to your school here. As the handoff going between the tackles. As Rashad Monson will get a little bit of work here. And Thomas going, hurry up. Also, Brighton's used 2 timeouts, so if they do get the ball back, they'll have only 1 remaining. Monson getting another call and leaning his way. I think he's just shy.
Tackle on the play made by Bruins, number 65.
And they're going to call for the official timeout.
Yeah, he pointed first down.
Wow.
Official.
All right, so credit Rashad Monson
That's enough for a Titans first
for a
down.
Cummins home generator first down as he generates that first down.
Number 6, Rashad Monson on the carry.
At some point, though, Kevin, you got to try to attack downfield.
Yeah, you got to move the ball a little bit downfield. If you're going to try for the double dip, as we discussed.
Aim out of the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Monson once again. And here's the screen pass coming to the near side. And trying to get around with a stiff arm, but that'll be short of the marker as Colin Ravello gets driven out right in front of the Brighton bench.
And guess who? Matthew Heininger with the tackle on the play.
He has that nose for the football for sure. Ooh, there's a face mask right in there. So, well, he's in bounds. You can throw him out of bounds like that for sure. A snap, handoff, and Monson can't escape. And that is going to be the leader on that defensive line. 55, Charlie Messina.
They had the lone returner to the line, as we mentioned earlier tonight. Coach Leon running and try to get that timeout. They use that last timeout to stop the clock here.
So much for the double dip there for Thomas.
Timeout, Brighton.
So Brighton is out of timeouts. Patrick Newcomer, where would you trust him from? Maybe from 10 yards out as far as a field goal. So maybe see what they can do here when they get the ball back. Assuming this is a Thomas punt, I mean, it's 4th and 4.
Yeah, back here, the 37, you want to kick this ball away.
Yeah, trust your defense, and then you get the ball back to begin the third quarter to try to cut it to a 1-score game.
Of course, as we've seen with Brighton, they don't need a lot of time or plays to get on the board. So defense is
here to let this one go. He's got lots of time to line this up, and this is high. Wow. That's impressive. And this will take, let those seconds click off there. And with 1:03 remaining, the clock will stop as Evan Adams downing that punt.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what the Bruins draw up here with 1:03 left. Like we mentioned, they can strike quickly, and we've seen it here tonight. They've done it on special teams. They've done it offensively. And their young quarterback, unfazed by the moment so far here tonight. I think that's been one of the most impressive things to point out. Sure, Medina's had a nice night for them coming over from Rush Henrietta, but the young quarterback has really performed at a high level here tonight for the Bruins.
Yeah, 2 touchdown throws for Ethan Bialashevsky. He claps his hands, and here we go. Flag coming down, a halfback option, roar, going deep. He has a man wide open, ridiculously open, and he overthrew him. Zamir Williams, as Kevin, he could have kept running all the way up Winton Road and gotten to 490 at that point.
Swing by Starbucks at the 12 corners and come back.
However, if there's a bright spot here, I don't know if it would have counted because the flag did come down. And it's going to be against Brighton.
Yeah, Steve Leon, the head coach of Brighton, also the offensive coordinator. He's got some tricks in his bag, and we saw it there.
Illegal formation. 5 men off the line of scrimmage. On the offense, that's 5 yards from the previous spot. Repeat first down.
So, that's a play they've been practicing for a long time, Kevin. It's got to be very exciting to, okay, here we go. And when it works like that, and then they have a call back. It didn't work technically, but you get
that's
the
not
point.
something you can bring out all the time. That's a once in a while play there.
As the throw on the run, and it short hops, incomplete. Stopping the clock with 51 seconds. So 2nd and 15 will be the down and distance coming up. Patrick Rohr has been he's been the favorite target here tonight, number 6. Heininger has the other touchdown reception. Bialashevsky clapping his hands, and here's the end around going to Rosenhall. Zach Rosenhall gets tackled at the ankles. That is a nice play there by Max Travato, coming up and making that tackle. And a timeout called now by Thomas, which they had 2 remaining. They'll have 1 remaining.
Yeah, they're thinking, Coach Jobson's thinking, let's get him punt again.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get a turnover like we had the last time. And you never know. 43 seconds, why not? We have teams like this so closely contested in a game like this. It's those little mistakes that are going to be the difference. Who's going to make the biggest one and cost the game.
There we go. There's the Brighton student section, and it looks a little more red, white, and blue tonight, and you see some of that. It's first responders night here tonight.
Tremendous showing. Great spirit here tonight at Brighton. Friday Night Rivals' first trip here, and we've been treated to a great one.
27-14 is our score here. 3rd and long. Whistle again. And, this is symptomatic, Kevin, of the first game.
Week 1.
Yeah, week 1. It's tough to simulate some of this stuff in practice, and more often than not, you see a lot of this here.
Dead ball. False start. Number 2 of the offense. 5 yards from the previous spot. Please reset the game clock to 43 seconds.
Is that an indicator that maybe that was a play designed for Clarence Bell? I'm not so sure, but Clarence Bell getting whistled there. 2nd down, make it 20, 3rd and 20, the down and distance. Two high safeties here for Thomas. They don't want to let anything get behind him. Kamir Johnson and Ashton Thomas, some 15 yards off the ball.
Yeah, they're waiting for the clock operation to go up to 43 seconds left, and they just did.
The snap, here comes the rush, and the throw. Bialashevsky hits Heininger. Heininger making a move. Heininger to the outside, 50, 45, 40, and he's going to be tackled by M.J. Wells out of bounds on a 3rd and 20. That is a Cummins home power generated first down of big time proportions by 22.
What a response here. And you see Ethan Bialashevsky look at Patrick Rohr. Looks off him, finds Heininger, and beautiful throw across the middle. And look at Heininger make the play down the field and into Thomas territory, and now a chance to score.
Yeah, that didn't stop the clock here. So for Brighton, they've got to be mindful going ahead here, and this is going to keep the clock running. You got to get back up to the line of scrimmage. 10-9. Are they going to be able to get another playoff? And we got a whistle here.
Yeah, Bialachevsky took a big hit on the end of that play.
Wow. And that would be big here as the quarterback will slow to get up. Well, how many yards? If you had to guesstimate, Kevin, if you're thinking field goal, this is, for Newcomb, this would be out of his range area.
Yeah. This is a 47?
Yeah.
47-yarder? You kind of...
Oh!
Face mask to face mask.
Yeah.
With Travado.
Oh, yeah. And Travado. So you hope Bialachevsky's okay, and that's a lesson when you're running like that. You're the quarterback. You have every right to slide. You don't, slide. Well, this changes things here. I'm not sure who
would be.
Steve, yeah, is it going to be Medina perhaps? And so Bialachevsky now sitting up from where we can tell, and he's going to get to his feet. And the home crowd giving him some applause here.
They tried to get up after that big hit and was a little woozy. Training staff checking him out. And they'll make sure he's okay.
Well, they didn't take his helmet, Kevin. That's
always
interesting.
key.
Yeah, that's always the key. They didn't take his helmet, so maybe there is a chance we'll see him back. And it's going to be Heininger at quarterback. Okay. Second down, but, well, the clock ran out. That's it. Wow, what a weird way to end the game. Or end the half, I should say. As, remember, in that play, they didn't know. We'll keep it right here.
Fans, the Brighton Bruins football program would like to extend our heartfelt thanks and appreciation to all.
Kevin, your thoughts here, 27-14, as we've seen some big plays here today.
Yeah, I think the defending Class A champion Brighton Bruins got things started quickly with the 90-yard return from Justin Medina. And then they have really, found a little rhythm with their young quarterback who's been impressive. And we certainly hope he's okay after that big hit he just took. And we'll see him in the second half.
Yeah, as we're going to be joined here by head coach Steve Leon of Brighton. Coach, thank you for your time. Up by 2 scores here. Your thoughts, some big plays, some things I'm sure you'd like to clean up here as we look at the second half.
Yeah, I mean, it's game one. A lot of game one jitters. We've got a lot of guys starting for the first time, so there's equal parts excitement but equal part nerves, and we just got to kind of figure that out. Webster Thomas is as difficult a week one opponent as you can find. Unbelievably physical, veteran team, so we got to go figure out some things at halftime. We got our work cut out for us second half.
Coach, tell us about your quarterback. Took a big hit there late in the first half. How is he doing? Are you expect him back? And just talk about his performance. I mean, for their young quarterback, so composed here tonight with those 2 touchdown passes and some great plays.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll see. Our training staff's looking at him. But, yeah, I mean, he obviously earned the start as a sophomore for a reason. We have a lot of belief in him. And the stuff that you're seeing right now is the stuff that we've seen all summer and preseason. So, hopefully it's the sign of bigger things to come.
Coach, thank you very much for your time. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Steve Leon, the head coach of Brighton. And, yeah, you got to ask the question, Kevin. Bialachevsky, they're going to look at him, and hopefully he's okay. But the lesson here for everybody, get down.
Get down.
Get down. It's
no question.
as the students here at Brighton showing the spirit. 27-14, the defending champions leading Thomas. Our halftime report brought to you by Stellar Roofing will be coming your way next as we look at some of the highlights here of this first half. It's the law office of the William & Tars Friday Night Rivals, driven by Bob Johnson Automotive Group on CW Rochester.
Colin, smile over here.
Colin the plumber, you just finished a tough plumbing job. How'd you pull off the win?
Man, that clog was a monster. Toilet paper, roots, wipes, you name it. It was in that line. Defense came out pretty strong, but we had a great offensive plan. Busted out the camera. We even had to break out the hydrojetter just to put a little bit more pressure on it. Most other plumbing companies would have fumbled, but for us, every day is game day. We don't fold under pressure. We're just the best in the biz. True, 24/7 service. Colin the plumber.
Your home, your sanctuary, protected with the perfect fence. At BF&R Fence, we specialize in high-quality commercial and residential fencing that enhances the beauty and security of your landscaping. Whether it's privacy, safety, or simply adding curb appeal, we've got you covered. Durable, custom-built, and designed to last. Give your property an uplifting makeover with BF&R Fence. Contact us today for your free estimate. Your home and business deserve the best.
If you've been in a motor vehicle crash, it's important to start the legal process as soon as possible because there are short time deadlines. In fact, waiting could cost you thousands. Hurt in a car? Call William Attar, 444-4444.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. My meal of misfortune is now at Wendy's. It's pure torture with uniquely excruciating dips of dread. Enjoy the anguish.
This week, Baylor battles number 16 SMU, followed by Fresno State versus Oregon State. Then the NASCAR Xfinity drivers roar into St. Louis and finish the night with San Diego State versus Washington State. CW Sports Saturday
on CW Rochester.
NXT superstars, we all have a little dog in us.
It's about putting smiles on people's faces.
Tuesday at 8 on CW Rochester.
Full moon rising here tonight in the 12 corners as we welcome you. Week 1 here of the Section 5 season. Tonight from Brighton, it's the Bruins leading the Titans 27-14. Time now to introduce you to this week's Scholar Athletes. Henry Nielsen is this year's nominee from Webster Thomas. Henry is a 4-year member of the track team and recently added cross country and soccer to his athletic pursuits. His academic focus includes science, highlighted by his participation in the Rochester section of the American Chemical Society. Delaney Wilson is Brighton's Scholar Athlete selection. Delaney plays varsity lacrosse and basketball and plans to attend Wofford College to play Division I lacrosse. An active volunteer at school and into the community, she is the recipient of the Brighton Believes Award in tribute to personal qualities such as respect and responsibility. The Scholar Athlete program recognizes students who achieve both on and off the field. At the end of the season, one winner will be selected to receive a $5,000 scholarship to the school of their choice. We are at the half, and we'll have more of our halftime show presented by Stellar Roofing. 27-14, our score. It's the William Attar Law Office's halftime report here on CW Rochester.
At Westside Medical Supply, we focus on mobility, not disability. Stop into either of our locations for a test drive today.
Starting this school year, Team Phone Free is on a mission to show what's possible when smartphones are put away for the day. Without constant distractions from notifications, he's able to stay on top of what his teacher's saying. A phone-free day means less pressure. No need for them to be anxious about being left on red. Less screen time means more face-to-face time with friends. Putting the phone away means more opportunities to learn and make school a priority. The change starts now. Find your school district's plan at ny.gov/phone free.
Thinking about upgrading your home's exterior? Now through September 30th, Stellar Roofing is giving you $500 off or 0% financing for 12 months so you can complete your next home exterior project. At Stellar, you get industry-leading craftsmanship with a top-tier warranty. Choose Western New York's premier home exterior company, backed by hundreds of 5-star reviews. When quality counts, call
888-7663 Stellar Roofing.
Proud partner of the Buffalo Bills.
Every child deserves a safe, loving home. At Families Thrive, we connect children with the foster and adoptive families who can change their lives forever. On November 1st, join us for the Families Thrive Gala. Together, we'll celebrate the power of family and raise critical funds to support children in need. Get your tickets, make a donation, and help every child find their forever home. Because when families thrive, children thrive.
After hours of the playground here, too. Why not? The lights are on. Have some fun here tonight. It's Brighton at home, leading Thomas 27-14. And, you know, Friday night rivals is not just a Rochester thing. It's all around the country. And, boy, from this first half, and we'll get to the highlights here in a little bit, who knows? We may be on the national highlight reel next week, and some folks may see some highlights from Section 5. But in the meantime, there's been some other states that have already gotten going. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from around the country from last week's games.
The best Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country.
And here comes Khalil Taylor. Welcome to the Rams, Mr. Khalil. He can fly. There goes Khalil Taylor without his team. Here goes Khalil. Across midfield. The kicker to beat. Khalil Taylor. Welcome to Pine Richland, young man. Anything you can do, I can do better. DZ.
Trying to find somebody. Good coverage there. Here comes Agent Zero with a big hit. Wow! Justin Hartley came in and laid down the leather old school style.
Facing some pressure. Lawrence with the catch and the moves. Gets past midfield and more. Another move. 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Starting the fourth quarter. Brantley going long. Trying for a home run hit. And does he make the catch? Yes, he does. Great catch by Keto Rango into the red zone, and that's how you ignite a crowd to start the fourth quarter.
From 59 yards, hold is good, kicks on the way, and he drilled it with room to spare. Tommy Baccaro extends the grill with a
Time to get a snack here in Brighton. We will have some highlights from this game coming your way next, as you're watching the law office of William Attar's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Bob Johnson Automotive Group.
Allendale Columbia School provides a student-centered, engaging, and safe environment that inspires a love of learning and helps your child discover their potential to make a positive impact on the world. At Allendale Columbia School, we turn passion into purpose and curiosity into curriculum. Learn more about Allendale Columbia School at allendalecolumbia.org. Allendale Columbia, first here, then anywhere.
Colin,
smile over here.
Colin the plumber, you just finished a tough plumbing job. How'd you pull off the win?
Man, that clog was a monster. Toilet paper, roots, wipes, you name it. It was in that line. Defense came out pretty strong, but we had a great offensive plan. Busted out the camera. We even had to break out the hydrojetter just to put a little bit more pressure on it. Most other plumbing companies would have fumbled, but for us, every day is game day. We don't fold under pressure. We're just the best in the biz. True, 24/7 service. Colin the plumber.
When you're in the middle of something special, the last thing you want is to lose power. Enjoy safety, comfort, and the power of those special moments uninterrupted with a Cummins Quiet Connect home standby generator.
You ready?
So you can carry on doing what matters most.
Yes!
Cummins.
This Saturday, it's the showdown in St. Louis.
What an awesome racetrack.
A final chance to crash the playoff party and chase a championship dream.
There is a whole lot on the line here today.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series
on CW Rochester.
NXT superstars, we all have a little dog in us.
It's about putting smiles on people's faces.
Tuesday at 8 on CW Rochester.
We welcome you back here to Brighton tonight, a game that's had big plays as we welcome you once again into the halftime report brought to you by Stellar Roofing. Take a look at the return. Right off the bat, 90 yards. This will be Justin Medina. Medina going right outside the numbers. Kevin, this is just speed. 7-0 right out of the gate for Brighton.
Tremendous start, getting him back with this football program, and they started off the right way.
64-yard drive. What an answer here by Thomas, and that is a young man that is getting the job done tonight. First to 2 there for M.J. Wells, but then an answer the other end. Patrick Rohr gets behind the defense, going to the end zone. He's fired up. Well, maybe a little too fired up. That's going to draw a penalty for spiking the ball. But you know what? Rohr's not done. This is the next drive. Nice leaping catch. This is going to set up the pass to Heininger on the right side. And it's going to be Brighton now leading 21-7. Thomas is going to catch a little bit of a break. It's going to be Heininger doing what he can to get that high snap, but he's in trouble. He's going to get out of the end zone, but this is going to set up nice field position here for Thomas. Thomas going back to 5 yards. And it's going to be, nonetheless, an 11-yard touchdown run by M.J. Wells, his second tonight. Clarence Bell off to the races. Kevin, I love the middle screen. Big play there by number 2, Clarence Bell, getting it all the way down inside the 10-yard line. And it's going to be Medina. He had the special teams touchdown. Medina running toward the end zone. He's in. Touchdown. And Brighton extending the lead. The kick was blocked on the PAT. That's where we're at, 27-14. Yeah, Coach Jobson joining us right now as we just saw the highlights there. Coach, appreciate the time. What was your message to the team there at halftime?
We just see, it's gut check time. We got to limit the big plays. You just were recapping the game. They've had 4 big plays and another one with a kick return right off the bat. So we think if we could limit their plays in the air, then we'll be okay. It is really windy down here. So, hopefully we're going with the win here. We could get the ball, go with the win, and maybe punch one in to make it a one-score game.
How much do you want to try to get your ground game really successful early on, and then Brighton kind of shut it down there as the first half wore on? How important is it to get it going?
It's tough when listen, going into the win is not easy. We had a guy wide open in the seam, and the ball just floated up in the air. It's windy down here for those of you at home watching. So, going into the win, it's going to be tough to throw the ball.
Coach, thank you so much. Yep. Good luck for here in the second half.
All right, guys.
Jason Jobson, the head coach of Webster Thomas, as we go to break here, as you're watching CW Rochester.
William Matar, he once bowled a 300 over 4 games. He's the life of the party.
But it wasn't a dog, it was a banana.
So how cool is William Matar?
Very cool.
Every child deserves a safe, loving home. At Families Thrive, we connect children with the foster and adoptive families who can change their lives forever. On November 1st, join us for the Families Thrive Gala. Together, we'll celebrate the power of family and raise critical funds to support children in need. Get your tickets, make a donation, and help every child find their forever home. Because when families thrive, children thrive. Your home, your sanctuary, protected with the perfect fence. At BF&R Fence, we specialize in high-quality commercial and residential fencing that enhances the beauty and security of your landscaping. Whether it's privacy, safety, or simply adding curb appeal, we've got you covered. Durable, custom-built, and designed to last. Give your property an uplifting makeover with BF&R Fence. Contact us today for your free estimate. Your home and business deserve the best.
Starting this school year, Team Phone Free is on a mission to show what's possible when smartphones are put away for the day. Without constant distractions from notifications, he's able to stay on top of what his teacher's saying. A phone-free day means less pressure. No need for them to be anxious about being left on red. Less screen time means more face-to-face time with friends. Putting the phone away means more opportunities to learn and make school a priority. The change starts now. Find your school district's plan at ny.gov/phone free.
Why choose William Mattar for your car crash case? Results. We have fought for thousands to maximize their serious injury claim, and we are ready to help you maximize results. Hurt in a car? Call William Mattar, 444-4444.
White and blue, the theme here on First Responders Night. See a Von Miller jersey in there as well. It's the BF&R Fence kickoff here, as it was Thomas winning the opening kick of coin toss, and by deferring, they're going to get the ball here to begin the second half. Whistle blows, and here we go. Far side, this will be Johnson, and Johnson's not going to have anywhere to go. Well, that's Brighton special teams setting the tone there. Call any number one of players who we see 0. Leo Hopkins in there, and certainly 22 also.
Play by number 7, Camille Johnson. Initial hit on the play by number 22, Matthew Heininger.
They give Heininger the initial hit.
Let's see what Thomas does here offensively. You know, we talked with Coach Jobson about trying to get that running game going, but also the quarterback, they haven't really put a lot on him. Only 4 of 6 for 29 yards in the first half.
And we haven't seen Tyler Estelle either here. Yeah. So not sure if he's injured or what the plan was, but here's going to be the handoff going between the tackles, and that will go ahead for about a gain of 1.
Number 2, Michael Wells on the carry.
You talk about Class A, Kevin. It's a gauntlet.
It really is.
17 teams.
Yeah, 9 in A1, 8 in A2. A little different this year as you see Wells down there.
Yeah, when you see that, yep, that is on a warm September evening, cramping can be an issue.
Getting back to Class A, Gene, as you mentioned, 17 teams. Last year, a little tougher because only half the field, I think there were 16 last year, only half made sectionals, so 8 teams left out. This year, one of those 17 teams will be left out. And it's also a little different in Class A this year. They have so many teams involved. You're going to start playoffs a little earlier. They only play a 7-game schedule. Yeah. So that October 24th weekend, when other classes are kind of finishing up their regular season, they will be done. They'll start the sectional playoffs the weekend of October 24th.
Well, this is Wells, and that sometimes cramps can take a little bit here. And the way he is walking off gingerly.
Yeah, that's not a good sign for Thomas.
No, not at all. I want to mention, too, that our closed captioning tonight is brought to you by Colin the Plumber. Give Wells a gain of 1 on that last play. And it'll be Monson and the backfield once again. Dame takes the snap, and he's going to fire left side, trying for the quick pass. And it's caught, but not much you could do there, diving back for the ball. Manthorn. Bring up 3rd and long. And here's the opportunity for Brighton's defense to get off the field, leading by 2 scores.
Yeah, Manthorn, tremendous. Quiet tonight, but tremendous a year ago. Led the team with 5 touchdowns and 359 yards receiving. Trying to get him going and get this offense moving down the field. A big 3rd and 8 coming up.
Adams in the slot to the right. Third down and long. The snap. Looking over to the right. Hit as he throws. It'll be caught. That's Kamir Johnson. Johnson, we got a flag coming the other direction. Johnson's going to have enough for the first down and more as he brings it into Brighton territory. The flag is all the way back and back by the quarterback. And we're going to have the call here.
Personal foul. Face mask. Number 75 of the defense. That's 15 yards to the end of the run. We'll result in the first down. Timeout for the injured player.
Injury timeout.
So we have another injury timeout. That's going to be Colin Rosenau.
Yeah, so Mark Tuck's getting the arm around the helmet there.
Wow.
Twisting the helmet, too.
Whoa. There's face mask, and maybe that helmet was a little loose. So tack on the 15. Hey, there's the play Thomas needed, Kevin.
Yep.
That was a big 3rd down conversion by Nolan Boehm, getting that ball into the mid-open field there.
And under pressure, under duress, and getting hit and picking up the penalty as well. But a nice play and exactly what they needed on 3rd and 8 to keep this drive alive.
Flipping the field position all the way down to the Brighton 29-yard line. And the good news here for Brighton is that Colin Rosenau is going to be able to jog off the field. He'll have to take off at least the mandatory 1 play. Meanwhile, MJ Wells remains on the sideline, so it remains Monson at running back. 1st and 10 from the 29. By the way, that was a vinyl outlet first down on that last big play. Thomas going into motion for Webster Thomas, and the handoff, Monson, they're not going to get fooled. Ball comes out. That was blown dead, however. Justin Medina was in the backfield to help blow that up. Heininger getting credit with the tackle.
You talked about MJ Wells still out on the sideline. You could see him on the far sideline trying to loosen up that cramp. Doing a little light jogging on the Webster Thomas sideline.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. There's Wells. Yeah, as soon as he feels right, he'll go back in here. Snap, screen pass, far side. Johnson getting it. Johnson turning it upfield and gets a positive yardage on that.
Pass complete to number 7.
We've seen them run that play a number of times here, and they're finding.
As Julian able to make the tackle. Four down territory as stack receivers to the far boundary. Lots of space on the near hash. Boehm takes the snap. Play action. Here's the pressure coming. Boehm on the run. Has a man open, and he overthrows him. That's so tough as he takes the shot at the end. And what you don't see there on camera was takes the shot, and Anthony Julian in sportsmanship helps him right up right away. Pressure forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, and if you look on that play here, it's coming up, number 11, Tyler Estelle, wide open out there in the flat, and he goes deep. Probably would have had the first down and more if he hit Estelle.
Oh, yeah.
And he went for the deep ball instead, and now it's 4th and 5 for the Titans.
Still the opening drive here for the Titans. 4th down and 5. Can they pick this up? Monson goes into motion and faking the pass to him. It's going to be the screen on the near side. Estelle getting it. Estelle is in trouble. He's going to be well short. Boy, that is great discipline by the Brighton defense, and they get the big-time stop. Charlie Messina with the stop there, and you stay tuned later for the game. We're going to be highlighting the school bus stop of the game. The law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. Kevin, you can't ask for anything more with a stop on 4th down.
Yeah, Brighton will take that big, tough one for Webster Thomas. They needed to pick up this 1st down to keep this drive alive and get some points out of this drive, and they did not. Putting it back in the very explosive hands of that Brighton Bruins offense.
Question is, who's going to be a quarterback? And it is not going to be Ethan Bialashevsky. So it's going to be Heininger at quarterback. So this is not his forte, but certainly he's a football player through and through, and why not? He's going to plow his way ahead. We have a flag coming down on the far side as well.
Yeah, shame not to see Bialashevsky get back in the game. He was having himself a day. 5 of 7 in that first half, 214 yards and 2 touchdowns before he took that big hit, helmet-to-helmet hit with 9 seconds remaining in the half.
Bialashevsky has his helmet on, and he is standing right next to the trainers on the sideline.
Sideline warning on the defense. That's 5 yards from the end of the run, results in a 1st down.
Well, those are inexcusable, Kevin. You got warned once. Yeah, a vinyl outlet 1st down thanks to the Thomas penalty. Yeah, Bialashevsky had a really nice debut at quarterback, and you would figure his night is done here.
And you hope they're just playing it safe, and there's nothing serious, and he'll be back next week.
It's a 2-touchdown lead here, and you would think that you're going to keep it on the ground from here on out for the majority of it. Zach Rosenthal running ahead as that'll be Travato making the tackle on the near side. Gain of 8.
Max Travato brings up 2nd and short.
And it's different now for Thomas. They got to figure this out on the fly, Kevin. You prepared for a completely different offense, and this more looks like read option stuff you're going to be running here for Brighton.
And this is a sign of a champion as well. Just being able to plug other players in and still being able to move the ball, and that's what Brighton's showing us here tonight.
And Coach Jason Jobson, Thomas in his 2nd year. Also, longtime assistant on the boys lacrosse team. Medina trying to get the end around Medina. Trying to find the marker. Oh, your guess is good as mine where the officials are spotted.
Yeah, it looks like they gave it to him. Yeah. He's right on that line.
Let's see. Brighton is signaling 1st down.
1st down.
Yep. Nope, that is a 1st down. A vinyl outlet 1st down. Yeah, the letter is now R. Sesame Street, do you remember that? We watched that with our kids.
Absolutely.
Tonight's game brought to you by the letter R. Here's going to be the pass. Heiner's going to air it out. He's looking for Rohr. Rohr. It's intercepted. What an interception. Colin Ravello says, give me that ball. Big time interception by number 15, and he gives his team a chance. Thomas gets the ball back.
Yeah, 2nd turnover of the night for Brighton, and it puts Webster Thomas still in this game, only down 13. A heck of a play to pick that ball off. The ball was a little underthrown, but again, Heininger, not your normal quarterback.
It's the law offices of William & Tarr's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Bob Johnson Automotive Group. We're in the 2nd half. Thomas has life after this Ravello interception here on CW Rochester.
Colin,
Colin, smile over here.
Colin the plumber, you just finished a tough plumbing job. How'd you pull off the win?
Man, that clog was a monster. Toilet paper, roots, wipes, you name it. It was in that line. Defense came out pretty strong, but we had a great offensive plan. Busted out the camera. We even had to break out the hydrojetter just to put a little bit more pressure on it. Most other plumbing companies would have fumbled, but for us, every day is game day. We don't fold under pressure. We're just the best in the biz. True, 24/7 service. Colin the plumber.
Our thanks to the good folks at the Distillery. Locations across Rochester, the Distillery right down the road here in Henrietta on Winton Road, hooking us up here tonight. Thank you to the guys over there. Delicious.
Always.
Yeah. Thomas has had a few big plays. They get it was kind of a gift, if you will, on special teams earlier, but that was just a fantastic read by Ravello to take the ball away.
How do they respond after that last drive, not converting fourth down deep in Brighton territory? They're pinned back in their own right now. Let's see what they do.
His Bame is Wells is back out there, and how effective will he be after cramping up? Now, he's not going to have much room here. He'll get some positive yardage to bring up second down, and he's the guy, Kevin, that they're going to have to lean on, number 2.
Yeah, they had a little success on that last drive. You know, the pre-snap motion kind of was making Brighton think a little bit more.
And we have another player that is down on the field here for Brighton, which gives us a moment to take a look at this interception.
Yeah, Rohr had a chance at that as well.
Wow.
Look at that. Just wrestled it away almost. Just a little underthrown.
Well, we don't like trash talk in Section 5, but I want to say that's been, we've seen a little bit of it here tonight, and Ravello is going to, win that round.
Yeah, heck of a play on the ball.
So another player cramping up here for Brighton. Second down and 5 will be the down and distance.
No, earlier, Gene, we were talking about Class A and the sectional starting early and only 7-game regular season. You know, Coach Leon brought up a great point. You know, a game like tonight with 2 maybe heavyweights in Class A1, you know, you lose this game, you're okay. It's not the end of the world. You got to obviously make some. It's one game, even though it's a shorter regular season, you know, a big group of teams is going to make it. Only one's going to be out. So chance to refocus if you lose this game here tonight and get ready for week 2.
Good point, Kevin. As we'll have Brighton coming on out after the timeout.
Yeah, because it doesn't get easier for the Titans. They got Hilton at home. They go to Victor, and then the crosstown rivals Schrader to end out the first month of the season.
There are no breaks.
There's no breaks.
No, there's no breaks. We'll be at Irondequoit later in the season for Canandaigua and Irondequoit. Nolan Bain takes the snap, and he'll hand off. Here's the end around going to Johnson. And Johnson, they sniff this one out. Good play on the far side as Julio Delgado-Reve is able to help break that play up. Number 77 will jog off the field.
Brighton, just since the beginning of first quarter, they just haven't been able to get the ground game going. Brighton closing those holes in a hurry. And obviously, the most important thing, especially week 1, they're wrapping up and bringing those guys down to the ground.
Don't want to shortchange who got the tackle there. Delgado-Reve did a great job blowing the play up, but it's going to be Heiniger finishing the play up here. Big third down here. 3rd down and 4, the down and distance. The snap, rolling to his right, throwing on the run and trying to get to the quarter. Ashton Thomas driven out of bounds, and whoa. And then that is not smart football. He gets driven, and you're going to pick up the 15 on top of it. William Kiefer at the end of this, Kevin. And,
he was close to picking up the first down anyway. Now you tack on 15.
Yeah, now you tack on 15.
You don't want to give Webster Thomas life if you're Brighton, and they're not a smart play by the Bruins.
After the play, personal foul, late hit out of bounds. Number 4, the defense. 15 yards to the end of the run. First down.
Yeah, this is one where
you got to let up. You're way out, and you have to have that awareness.
Okay, it's Medina. I beg your pardon. I said it was 50. Like, Medina has to know.
Yeah,
what are we doing? So that puts the ball up to the 41-yard line, and that'll be good enough for another vinyl outlet first down. Time of possession in this third quarter heavily in favor of the Titans, as well as trying to bounce off a tackle. He's not going to get anywhere. Reading that one, Colin Rossignol coming up, and Colin Rossignol, one of those linebackers. We have 5 linebackers, Kevin. You don't know who's coming, who's going where, and that time Rossignol able to shoot the gap. It's a headshot from the 1980s. That's
I was waiting for you to say it.
Like, not truth in advertising, folks. I'm sorry. Going ahead. As that'll be Wells. I think the Kangaroo Court might find me for that, yeah. Julian making the tackle. Now another third down coming up, and can they get Wells in space? And I'm watching Wells here, and it's like he's shaking out his calves in between plays here, Kevin, just trying to stay loose.
Yeah, he was running on the sideline and shaking his legs. Still, it was a little gimpy out there, too.
Third down and a long 6. Bain takes the snap in the pocket. Here comes the rush. The screen set up. Can they pick it off? No! Wow. On the far side, that is going to be Medina atoning for his mistake earlier, able to diagnose that to bring up fourth down.
Yeah, great play by Justin Medina there. Reading it well. Pressure on the quarterback. Brighton is just everywhere right now defensively. And Webster Thomas doesn't have an answer.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was the responsibility for Nick Adams, perhaps, to get in there, but nonetheless, it's going to be another punting situation. And a chance, perhaps, for Brighton to put the knockout punch here as we're getting late in the third quarter. Long kick. There's one thing that has worked tonight. The nice leg there of Max Travato. Gives a second to step aside. It's the law offices of Willie Mattar's Friday Night Rivals Driven.
When you're in the middle of something special, the last thing you want is to lose power. Enjoy safety, comfort, and the power of those special moments uninterrupted with a Cummins Quiet Connect home standby generator.
You ready?
So you can carry on doing what matters most.
Yes!
Cummins.
Cheerleaders having some fun here, and it's always a community affair at Brighton.
Yeah, tremendous turnout here tonight. Program continues to grow, coming off its first sectional title, but was in the sectional finals 3 of the last 4 years. It'll look to make it 4 of 5. Trying to get back this year.
Ball at the 20-yard line. 21, actually, will make it. Now, the problem for Brighton, if you're just tuning in, they are without their quarterback after taking a hit late in the first half. Ethan Bialashevsky, nice first half, but it's going to be Heininger at the controls and just running this basic offense here and going to get it up here to the 25. And Kevin, can Brighton just kind of ground and pound their way out? And at this point,
that's what it feels like.
Yeah, like they went for the deep shot before, it turned it over. I mean, I would guess that might be the last time that Brighton airs it out here tonight.
I think they're going to keep everything on the ground, whether Heininger's handing off or taking it himself. They want to play smart. They don't want to turn the ball over. They got a 13-point lead, and they're nearing the fourth quarter.
Zach Rosenau will be the player alongside Heininger in the backfield. Medina going to motion, and Medina's going to get the end around, trying to turn it upfield, and he'll be short of the marker, just a few yards on this play. It could be just a field position game from here on out.
You know, Coach Jobson from Webster Thomas mentioned the wind to us, and I'm noticing the flag. It has picked up significantly. And now Brighton's not going into it, but Webster Thomas has been this quarter.
Yeah, that's you don't realize that watching at home tonight. It's a beautiful night out here.
Yeah, it's breezy.
Well, they're going to just kind of burn it down for a timeout. They will. Wow, so it's just so smart by Steve Leon, knowing, all right, we've got a lead. Let's take every second we can off the clock here before I call the timeout. Nice. Yeah.
He's not happy about something.
Yeah, you know, prior to the conclusion of tonight's game, well, Kevin will be going downstairs and talking to the winning coach and the team. We're going to be selecting the iFamily, the dealership play of the game. And, you know, if it's Thomas, Kevin, this is a heck of a play here just to wrestle that ball away. Number 15, Colin Ravello says, give me that ball.
Yeah, and Ravello making the big play because you get 6 there for Brighton, and this one might have been over. Keeps his team alive. Heck of a play.
Third down and 4, so Brighton with 2 timeouts remaining. The snap, and it's going to go to Medina directly, and he's going to get bottled up. Great job by Thomas. And coming up, that is going to be Josh Jobson with the tackle, number 8.
Tackle made by number 30.
Also, Max Travato in there. And great stop there by Thomas. They are still in this game, Kevin.
They're hanging around, Gene, and that's all you want, you know. Still down 13, same at half, same heading to the fourth quarter.
Colin Ravello here now to return this. And if you're Brighton, you might just want to take it to the quarter here. Or actually, they have the wind at their back here, so that's why they're going to punt this right now. And that's the difference. Wow, Ravello, he's going to let it bounce. I thought he had a chance at it, and the clock is at 0. What do we have, Kevin, at the other end?
Yeah, they threw the flag.
Ball is down inside the 30-yard line. Flag down on the play.
Flag is back near the line of scrimmage.
Maybe in the holding. They didn't touch Heininger, at least from our vantage point.
Long conversation. And this will bring us to the fourth quarter, but we've got to figure out what this is all about here. Are they going to explain this before we start the fourth quarter? Here we go.
Their ball. Personal foul. Hurley on the defense, number 30. Going to be half the distance from the end of the kick. First down.
Okay, so post-possession, this will be Thomas ball. When we come back, we go to the fourth. It's the law offices of Willie Matar's Friday night rivals. We take a look at this penalty. Yeah, it might be going up a little high there. Here at CW Rochester.
Looking for the perfect lift chair? At Westside Medical Supply, we make comfort simple. Visit our showroom, rent one for short-term needs, or buy the perfect chair for you. Show mom and dad you care with a gift they'll love. Comfort, support, and independence. Westside Medical Supply, your trusted source for comfort and mobility.
Colin, smile over here. Colin the plumber, you just finished a tough plumbing job. How'd you pull off the win?
Man, that clog was a monster. Toilet paper, roots, wipes, you name it. It was in that line. Defense came out pretty strong, but we had a great offensive plan. Busted out the camera. We even had to break out the hydrojetter just to put a little bit more pressure on it. Most other plumbing companies would have fumbled, but for us, every day is game day. We don't fold under pressure. We're just the best in the biz. True, 24/7 service. Colin the plumber.
What do we have going on here?
Well, I heard you guys talking about online threats, so I built an internet for it.
We have Spectrum, so our internet blocks threats automatically.
Oh.
But the internet is full of trolls, so you keep a lookout.
On it.
If it's connected, it's protected. Spectrum Internet with advanced Wi-Fi.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. My meal of misfortune is now at Wendy's. It's pure torture with uniquely excruciating dips of dread. Enjoy the anguish.
This week, Baylor battles number 16 SMU, followed by Fresno State versus Oregon State. Then the NASCAR Xfinity drivers roar into St. Louis and finish the night with San Diego State versus Washington State. CW Sports.
This was no crime of passion. This was a premeditated murder.
Sometimes the dead do speak.
Law & Order Toronto Criminal Intent. Series premiere September 24th.
Yeah, closed captioning tonight brought to you by Colin the Plumber as we welcome you back here to Brighton. Webster Thomas with the possession deep in their own territory after the 15 yards marked against them. 1st and 10 at the 14 and the handoff. And this Brighton defensive line, they have been pretty spot on here tonight, Kevin. And again, it's a good linebacker course, number 22 backing up everything.
Yeah, they're getting a tremendous push up front.
Yeah,
some Artukes in there.
Yeah, Tux has just been... Yeah, he's got to go to that Syracuse game tomorrow, I would think,
right?
If he's, but which sideline will he be on? If he's a guest, yeah.
Orange and blue is the obvious color to choose. We'll ask him.
Here's a throw, and that's going to be caught across the 30 and up to the 34.
Pass complete from number 17 to 87, Nicholas Adams. And that for a Titans first down.
It goes good enough for the first down. Cummings Home Power generating another first down.
And we have flex. A lot of laundry.
Oh, this is... Whoever wins this game, it's going to be not a fun film session.
Tomorrow morning, right?
Nope.
Dead ball. Full start. On the offense, that's 5 yards from the previous spot. Still first down.
Replay first down.
Yeah, you get a little tired, and the mental mistakes start to creep in here.
Yeah, it's something Thomas can't have, though. They have a positive, and then they take it right away, right after.
Bame out of the shotgun. He's done an efficient job for this team tonight. keeping them around. Here he plants, throws, going deep sideline. He's got a man behind the defense and just out of reach. That was good coverage by Patrick Rohr on the far side, as that was intended for Kamir Johnson.
Again, he got the wind behind him, sailed it a little bit, but that's the first time I think we've seen him throw it beyond 5 yards. Down the field, 5-10 yards.
Yeah, on the far side, taking a look at the American flag, it's right by the scoreboard. And it's not quite at a 90-degree angle, but it's so deceiving. You wouldn't realize what a windy night this is here tonight in Brighton.
They do not have the technology the Bills will have at the new stadium, apparently.
To
keep the wind out.
MJ Wells bounces off a tackler. Wells leaning forward. He'll be short of the first down, but that play looked to be blown up, but that is why he is such a playmaker. MJ Wells up to the 40 for a gain of 12.
And they need him to get going. He is the difference maker with this Webster Thomas team. Coming off the field right now, he's been hampered with some cramps throughout this game, and if they can get him going and get a score here on this drive, Gene, we're going to have a great finish.
Big third down coming up here as we are in the fourth quarter. Nolan Bain, not even listed on the roster on the Section 5 website. The quarterback handing it off, and that's going to get the stop. All right, if you're Thomas, you got to go for this, right, Kevin?
No question.
Yeah, I would think.
9:41 remaining in this game. Clock is ticking.
Michael Moses stopped short of the line of game by number 55. Charlie Messina brings up first down.
Alexander Blodgett coming in as a halfback as they're going to go to more of a power formation. Yeah, and they're going to go for it. You have to go for it.
But I'd be interested to see here if they run a little play action. We haven't seen a lot of that from them. I think handing it straight up the middle, the way Brighton's line and linebackers have played tonight, it might be a mistake.
Here's going to be the handoff, and it was doomed from the start, Kevin. Nowhere to go for Rashad Monson. That's a big-time stop. One of our nominees for the school bus stop of the game. The law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing.
Timeout for injury.
Well, we do have a play, Kevin, and I think it's not going to be top. So let's name tonight's Ide Family of Dealerships play of the game, and hopefully you're right at the top of the broadcast with us. Oh, my gosh, the opening play. What a way to start the season for Brighton. Justin Medina, his first touch as a Bruin. It's going to go for 90 yards.
Yeah, 12 seconds in, and they were off and running, and they have not looked back. Just a tremendous performance by the defending Class A champions, showing that they're going to be tough to contend with once again this season. Great start, great run by Medina.
And thanks to the good folks at the Ide Family of Dealerships. Yeah, Justin Medina. He's come up with a stop tonight on defense. He's got a touchdown. He's done a little bit of everything. Well, while we have the injured player, we will step aside. It's the law office of William Mattar's Friday Night Rivals, driven by the Bob Johnson Automotive Group on CW Rochester.
Starting this school year, Team Phone Free is on a mission to show what's possible when smartphones are put away for the day. Without constant distractions from notifications, he's able to stay on top of what his teacher's saying. A phone-free day means less pressure. No need for them to be anxious about being left on red. Less screen time means more face-to-face time with friends. Putting the phone away means more opportunities to learn and make school a priority. The change starts now. Find your school district's plan at ny.gov/phone free.
The stop by Brighton, and now, Kevin, can they do something without their quarterback, and kind of learned tonight there's really not much behind Ethan Bialashevsky. Bialashevsky getting hit late in the first half, not going down on a slide, got a contact to the head, so hopefully he's okay. So it will be the tight end / linebacker, now playing quarterback, number 22, Matthew Heininger.
And boy, does he do it all.
Yeah.
He punts. He's a linebacker, tight end, and now running the show at quarterback here in the second half.
And he will be the only guy in the backfield here. As faking the end around, now pushing it ahead, and there's going to be lots of space. Credit that offensive line. Good enough for the first down. Matthew Heininger. Cummins Home Power generates another first down.
Matthew Heininger. Enough for a Bruins. First down.
Heininger just right up the middle on that play after he faked the handoff. Tremendous blocking up front, Gene, as you mentioned. Brighton just trying to close the door here.
Charlie Messina, the center. Nebian, Tux are the tackles. Kiefer and Delgado Reve are your guards. Keeping that clock moving, and same formation. So Zach Rosinger from the slot came into motion last time. And it'll be the opposite side, Medina. And Medina getting the handoff, but he's going to be belted. And reading that one, Max Travado. Big-time hit by number 30.
Yeah, we've called his number a few times here tonight. Another big tackle. That's just what he does. As I mentioned, led the team with 45 last year, 45 tackles, and just gets low. And that's what you got to do with a runner like Medina. He is phenomenal in space, and just got to go low on him, and that's exactly what Travado did to get him down.
That will be a loss of 4 on the play to bring up second down and 14. Medina in the slot to the left. Same formation, basically. Ball's on the near hash. Heininger faking the handoff, breaking a tackle. Breaks another tackle, but in the end, guys flying to the ball. And we're talking to Jason Jobson. That's what he wanted. He wanted more guys flying to the ball. And again, Thomas not giving up. This will bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, Thomas knowing that, maybe Brighton's not going to be looking to throw the ball here. They are sending everybody and creating havoc trying to get in that backfield to stop the run. And maybe Brighton sees that and catches him off guard if take a chance here.
Do they dare put it in the air? If they don't, it'll bring him past the midway point here, the 4th. Medina goes in motion. Here's a pass attempt. Heininger going for the end zone. It's a jump ball. A lot of pushing and shoving. It's out of bounds. I think that's a good no call there. I don't know if it was catchable to begin with. That'll stop the clock with 6:29 remaining here in the 4th. And if you're Brighton, punting, does that do anything for you?
Yeah, I mean, you look at this last play here. I mean, if it's a turnover, it's a really good punt if it's picked off there. It's all about field position right now. It looks like, of course, Heininger also punts the ball, but it looks like they might be going for this.
Yeah, it could be a little pooch kick. It's 4th and 15 at the 34th, so you're kind of no man's land here if you're Brighton. And Thomas is going to play this like they're going for it. And we're going to get the timeout called by Brighton. Should we do the school bus stop of the game?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Take a look at the school bus stop of the game. And it's Brighton. Look, this second half hasn't been pretty. But, yeah, let's take a look at this.
It's the school bus stop of the game. Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out.
As it's going to be the screen set up, but nowhere to go there for number 11. Tyler Estelle, 4th and 1, and that's going to be just great teamwork. Justin Medina with the initial hit. Charlie Messina finishing it off, and Brighton is going to get the ball back on downs.
Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out.
Not stopping or trying to beat the stop arm puts lives at risk and can result in large fines, points on your license, and license suspension. Fourth and 15. Brighton down to 1 timeout remaining. And Heininger backing up. It looks like it's going to be a pooch kick. Indeed, it will be. Little kick, and the guy can do it all, Kevin. Perfect placement inside the 10-yard line. Thomas down 2 scores, but they've got a lot of field ahead of them, down by 13.
Yeah, it's one reason you see it here tonight with your own eyes up close, why Coach Leon calls him one of the most versatile players on this roster. I mean, he does it all.
Well, like as you said, Kevin, this for either team here, you know, the team that loses this game, you learn from it. It's not season ending.
Right.
And the team that wins, you're not winning sectionals tonight. But in the case of Brighton, to perhaps close this game out without your quarterback, find different ways to against an opponent that is very hungry, I mean, these are lessons that'll go a long way.
I think they found out a lot about their team, I think that was a concern, not knowing, how the talent coming in was going to in these new positions, and they have responded very well here tonight.
Here is going to be the throw. Is that a fumble? It is. What is the call here? Indeed, it's going to be a fumble, and it goes over to Brighton. Strange play here, and Brighton catches a big break. Kevin, is this a kind of a tuck rule thing? Let's have to take another look at this.
This looks like it scored it out.
Yeah.
The ruling on the field is a fumble by the offense, covered by the defense with knee down. When the injury timeout is over, it will be first down for Brighton.
Okay, we have another player cramping up here for Brighton, so this will give us kind of a chance to figure out what that would happen there. Yeah.
Almost sounded like the ref was going to say this play's under further review, but we don't have that here tonight. We can look at it. They can't.
Exactly. And these officials doing a fine job,
Absolutely.
as always. Oh, it's
maybe from behind poked out there.
Mm-hmm. Clear
fumble. That
fumble.
was. Oh, Charlie Messina may have been the one to punch it out from behind.
Well, for Nola Bame, he's played such a clean, sound game tonight, and that time when you're running up the middle, you got to know somebody might be trying to poke it out. We'll step aside with the injury timeout.
Hi, welcome to Ide Volkswagen. I'm in great hands when the Ide family of dealerships has my car in for service. I can kick back and relax with some amazing coffee and new friends, knowing their expertise will be honest, reliable, and fast. The best part is, it's totally tailored to me and my ride. I'm lucky to have Ide right here in my hometown. Thank you! And I wouldn't dream of going anywhere else. It's all about you at Ide VW Service.
Oh, for Thomas. the one time you couldn't afford a turnover, there it was. Now your defense has to come up big here. 27-14, our score remains. This was our halftime score. No points at all in the second half. And I think this will just be the MO for Brighton from here on out, as this brings us past the midway point of this fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think they'd like to, get another score, put some sort of points on the board to really seal this up, with only a 13-point lead. Crazier things have happened, but they have been in total control of this game since, second quarter on.
The letter R going up into the air to call the play.
I see so many teams doing that. Some more creative than others with those posters they put up.
2 on the left. Heininger claps his hands. Low snap. Heininger is going to take it himself and lean forward. After the gain of 1, this will be another short gain to bring up 3rd and long.
Tackle on the play made by number 57.
Thomas does have all 3 timeouts remaining.
Brings up 3rd and long for the Bruins.
Brighton taking every second off. And player who was shaken up before, running back out onto the field for Brighton, Titus Nebbia, the left tackle. As the sophomore, Khalil Gilmore got some work in. Yep, and some fans in the stands knew that the clock was winding down.
In the middle of the freaking red ball, delay a game on the offense. 5 yards from the previous spot, 3rd down.
Delay a game.
Well, thank goodness it wasn't another one.
Got to get that delay button.
Yep, as there isn't a play clock here at Brighton, but all you have to do is look at the back judge, and the back judge starts counting it down. You've got 10 seconds, and don't take any chances there. So rather than burn the timeout, Brighton eats the 5 yards. Heininger will take the snap, try to pick his way forward, and Thomas knows, Kevin, what's coming at this point. This is to bring up 4th down, and we have more players that are down. This time Travado gets up a little gippy. And we will have a timeout called by Thomas. So, let's take a look here at how we arrived at this 27-14. It's all back in the first half. 90 yards out the door. Justin Medina, the RH transfer, coming back to his original town of Brighton, 7-0. But an impressive 64-yard drive going the other direction. MJ Wells physically into the end zone, touchdown, first of 2 tonight. But Patrick Rohr, great touch by Bielishevsky. Rohr will break the tackle, and he's into the end zone. He'll spike the ball. We'll get back to live action as we've got a field goal attempt here coming up. And this will be at the 21-yard line. 31-yard attempt. Kick has the distance, and it's good. Patrick Newcomer extending the lead. Still technically a 2-score game, I guess, Kevin, if you're calling 2-point conversions, but Newcomer, that's going to give him a little bit of confidence. Good from 31.
Yeah, first points of the second half, and they come from his leg, and a big 3 points there for Brighton to extend this lead.
And that all happened because of, the turnover, the fumble.
The wind seems to have died down.
Yeah.
So not much wind he was kicking into. Nice boot.
Yep. And now he gets the honors of kicking this ball off. Take a look at head coach Steve Leon. Again, prowling the sidelines. It's the BF&R fence kickoff. And this ball is live. That's going to be picked up there by Johnson. Johnson still on his feet, and it'll be tackled from behind at about the 37. As we take a look at the Families Thrive, scoring summary on that last drive. Well, Kevin, it's not much of a drive. You got good field position, but newcomer of the story there, first points of this second half.
Yeah, 4 plays, 16 yards, and a 31-yard field goal for newcomer.
First and 10 at the 37. Nolan Bain. Man going into motion, and Bain looking that direction. Doesn't like it. Now he's going to throw on the run, and he will find Rosenau. Make that Manthorn, I beg your pardon. Is here Manthorn, number 13. And Manthorn will get about a gain of 4.
Second down.
But if you're Brighton, you're pleased. It's in the middle of the field. It keeps the clock moving. 2nd and 6. Monson is the tailback. The throw far side, and it is going to be complete, but still in bounds, keeping the clock running short of the marker.
No real big shots down the field from Thomas. Everything's been very short in the passing game here tonight.
Thomas in the slot, handoff going, and that's going to be Monson scooting ahead. Monson showing some burst all the way down to the 41-yard line. So that's a gain of 14. Cummins Home Power generates another first down.
Yeah, that's a good play. They've done it on the ground. All their offense has really been generated from the backfield, and just battling his way through some tough tackles there and picking up the first down.
No time to waste, though. This brings us under 3 minutes to go here. Handoff going, and not much there for Monson.
Tackled by number 75, Samar brings up second down.
And for Thomas, a team that went 4-5 last year, but in this format where it's likely they could make the postseason, they're going to improve as the season goes along, no doubt.
No question.
As the play action, Bain buying time, throws across his body, and coming back to the ball. What a catch! Nazir Manthorn at the 15-yard line. Nice read by both. A gain of 24. Cummins Home Power generates another first down as we are once again in the Tim Hortons red zone. Handoff going. Kevin working to go downstairs.
Rashad Monson, tackle made by number 55, Charlie Messina. Second down.
Clock now at 1:39. Throw toward the end zone. And it's intercepted. What is the call? It's an interception indeed. Yeah, the crowd didn't know it. And that'll do it here tonight. Good ball movement by Thomas, but in the end, Brighton gets another takeaway. Patrick Rohr has an interception to add to his resume. Okay, so now you see it from there, and good play by Rohr. And Bain does not have his feet set on that. So Rohr able to look that in. He's fired up. Thomas with 2 timeouts remaining here. Brighton cannot just go to victory formation just as of yet. Heininger taking the ball. Heininger plowing his way ahead. Heininger like a bull across the 40. And that'll do it here tonight from Brighton as Heininger gets that first down. Cummings home power generates another first down. Up to the 45-yard line. And now the officials are talking here. Yeah, Brighton certainly can go to the victory formation if they want to. And yes, we do have the safety behind them. And Rosenthal, there's the knee for Heininger. He's got a touchdown tonight. He's got more tackles than we can count. And in relief of the injured Ethan Bielashevsky. We'll have one more kneel down. So Brighton football, again, a lot of new players certainly, but still the same attitude of defending champs here, starting their season with a victory tonight. As the final seconds will tick away here from the home of the Bruins, head coach Steve Leon making his way across the field to shake the hand with Jason Jobson. Our final score here tonight, Brighton taking out Webster Thomas 30-14. Twin the Tars Friday night rivals. We'll have our post-game show coming your way next here on CW Rochester.
Starting the school year, Team Phone Free is on a mission to show what's possible when smartphones are put away for the day. From real conversations to better concentration. The change starts now. Find your school district's plan at ny.gov/phone free.
Thinking about upgrading your home's exterior? Now through September 30th, Stellar Roofing is giving you $500 off or 0% financing for 12 months so you can complete your next home exterior project. At Stellar, you get industry-leading craftsmanship with a top-tier warranty. Choose Western New York's premier home exterior company, backed by hundreds of 5-star reviews. When quality counts, call
888-7663 Stellar Roofing.
Proud partner of the Buffalo Bills.
Colin, smile over here. Colin the plumber, you just finished a tough plumbing job. How'd you pull off the win?
Man, that clog was a monster. Toilet paper, roots, wipes, you name it. It was in that line. Defense came out pretty strong, but we had a great offensive plan. Busted out the camera. We even had to break out the hydrojetter just to put a little bit more pressure on it. Most other plumbing companies would have fumbled, but for us, every day is game day. We don't fold under pressure. We're just the best in the biz. True, 24/7 service. Colin the plumber.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. My meal of misfortune is now at Wendy's. It's pure torture with uniquely excruciating dips of dread. Enjoy the anguish.
I'm Jaleel White, and this is Flipside. More likely to be real, aliens or Bigfoot? I don't know. Let's go, baby! Ha! Cha! Come on! $10,000! Flipside. You'll flip for the fun.
Flipside, weeknights at 6:30 on CW Rochester.
NXT superstars, we all have a little dog in us.
It's about putting smiles on people's faces.
Tuesday at 8 on CW Rochester.
If you needed a sign that autumn, I guess technically it doesn't start till the 21st, right? But in our minds, it's Section 5, the season beginning here last night, and for both of these teams tonight, hard-fought game. Brighton coming out on top, 30-14, with the exception of a 31-yard field goal by the Bruins. All the scoring happening in the first half, as we will be joined shortly by Kevin Roche. But you know what? Steve Leon has to address his team first. And there were some mistakes for Brighton tonight, certainly. You had the one turnover on special teams. Had some penalties, too. So, long, long way to go before you get to sectionals. It's a process for every team here. We should also mention, too, our next broadcast is actually going to be on a Thursday night. So we're going to go back-to-back here in a couple weeks. Thursday Night Lights will be on CW Rochester, and we're going to be going to RH, Rush Henrietta, Aquinas against the Royal Comets. Double-A action, and that is going to be coming up. It's on a Thursday, on the 18th. 7 o'clock kickoff, 7:07 if you're going out to RH. And we had an opportunity to go out and see that new facility last year, and we're happy to be going back to Rush Henrietta. So join us coming up on that Thursday night. It's going to be a lot of fun for sure. The Friday Night Rivals trophy, Kevin Roche will be handing out here shortly as see him down on the field as all the team kind of going back. Kevin, we're going to... Yep. Here's Kevin to hand over the trophy. Yeah, this is, the guys, all right, they'll hold the trophy up. There we go. And know who they handed it off to. That is Amari Snowden, player last year, fighting his way back from injury. And if they can get Snowden back, too, this year, number 8, one of the co-captains. Brighton football, it's going to be fun to watch their journey coming up. We would like to thank all of our sponsors here tonight. We'd like to thank our team, led by Director Eric Carpy, Kevin Roche, my partner. My name is Gene Battaglia. And thanks to our sponsors as well, the Vinyl Outlet, Cummins Generator, John Wright Law Firm, BF and Our Fence, Tim Hortons, Families Thrive, the Ide Family of Dealerships, American Custom Exteriors and Interiors. We welcome in Colin the Plumber and Allendale Columbia School as well. And we thank you for watching here, Friday Night Rock.
Every child deserves a safe, loving home. At Families Thrive, we connect children with the foster and adoptive families who can change their lives forever. On November 1st, join us for the Families Thrive Gala. Together, we'll celebrate the power of family and raise critical funds to support children in need. Get your tickets, make a donation, and help every child find their forever home. Because when families thrive, children thrive.
Hi, welcome to Ide Volkswagen. I'm in great hands when the Ide family of dealerships has my car in for service. I can kick back and relax with some amazing coffee and new friends, knowing their expertise will be honest, reliable, and fast. The best part is, it's